Oh, somebody in my Discord responded.
Is it a lady?
Yeah.
A lady. Yes.
Oh, Celeste.
Who
Get
is
her.
who,
I
who's
don't
Celeste?
know. Black girl? That
I was
girl.
in here. Oh,
Who's that girl?
Why you gonna say we have a lot of dudes? Why you just ask her who that is?
I know who Celeste is.
Oh, I wonder what's it another dude.
He didn't say.
No, 'cause somebody asked only females. That's why I said. Dang, somebody just literally just said. Somebody said only ladies. Somebody just joined.
That's I don't know why. I see what it is.
Ah,
Just
yeah,
figured that out.
Why is that coming on VH1 then?
Huh?
VH1.
It's talking about with B
Why?
Simone, right?
I just saw something on Instagram.
I've been watching it too if I had cable.
That's crazy that BT let award. That shit crazy.
I like performances. That's all.
B Simone looking good on there though, I must say. Who got
I get the
that?
fuck
Who
out
got
of my
that
phone.
mouse on me like that? Put that mouse on me like that. Somebody got
Oh, that's
this.
Nikki. Oh, that mine.
Did
Oh,
it play
Wally,
that?
just so you know, you're muted.
It didn't play my music when I first came in.
That we get here.
Did.
Oh,
That intro music?
yeah, that's my intro. When I first come in and say this. I bit the fuck out my tongue. I thought I was gonna be bleeding the way how hard I bit it.
Do the
The one
stanky
spit on the water
leg.
when you're eating.
Try audio.
Was I in my living room 19 minutes ago? Oh, I had to be. Mm-mm-mm.
5 minutes. 80s. All right.
It's cool. The topic is all right. I mean, we talking about black culture, and everybody here is black.
Everybody got their card.
What card? You talking about black card?
Black card. Yeah.
Anybody revoke my shit? Period.
Borderline black.
Nope.
You nigga.
For you.
What do you have your mic set?
Still can't hear.
Leave and come back. Even though that shit didn't work for me, but it might work for you.
Leave and you gotta look for waiting
You
room. So
turned your
that
camera off because you was tired of looking.
For the record, Negro, I'm coming back. It's just I'm letting him know we can't hear him, so I had to put on my do-rag.
Not put on the final form of my.
Yeah, because just in case, you know, I see it's 9:30 and I'm an elder.
An elder.
I am an elder too.
Where your do-rag at, sir?
I need one. Need one for
I'm
sure.
crying.
You gotta preserve every strand, my nigga. Every strand. I'm not playing around. I'm getting older, and if I see any more hair disappear other than what I get cut off, it's a problem.
Yeah, I got some for you at one of my TikTok products, but
It worked for you.
I ain't used it yet. Says not tonight. I have to work in the morning. That was. Hey, oh,
Who was that you was trying to invite?
that wasn't who I thought it was.
I'm doing.
That was one of the homies
Not
from.
getting them mixed up. That's crazy. You gonna get caught slipping like that?
Well, I was
That's
just
the-
saying, you ready to want to come to a podcast show? Yeah, I don't think I know her. She one of the big creators. Did you tell him yet, Nikki?
You said what?
Did you tell him yet?
Yeah, I told him.
Hey y'all, let's get some. Hold up, let's get.
Hey,
I need to
It's
put the little
cool.
sticker up there, the
on.
little thing.
Oh
Wait
yeah.
on, cause
I was confused though because I didn't reapply, so I guess it's just the waiting list is like long. So, because I applied the first round earlier this year when Josh joined in, but I applied the last day, so I thought I just had to reapply.
She probably just used the old apps because she says she eventually want like 1,000
1,000 what?
big creators.
And then she got.
Ain't below five, like as far as like the official ones, I think it's below 500 right now. Yeah, how
She
many
probably
people?
want people that gonna go to this. Now you turn it off.
Ain't Miracle going to sleep now?
She got
Nah.
one more.
I was like, we take it. No.
At rest?
y'all take for now because this book at me.
Oh yeah, we only got one more minute. I'm gonna start.
So Hulu fucked me up because it's on Disney Plus, and I was just looking for something random to watch, and I wound up watching this show called Kindred, and it's literally about time travel and slavery. But put that together, so you already know shit gets real.
Going back in time is.
Well, kind of, but not really. Like this
So like,
girl.
they bring people back. 'Cause I remember it was somebody.
Yes, that's
Okay,
exactly.
so it was a TikToker who did something like that a long time ago, and I know she's talking about that they was copying her. I know she said it was Kendrick, or it was some show that was on like on one of the streaming service that copied her. It was a girl, Kendrick Bland.
I mean, that could be Shorty Low because the person who wrote this, her name's Octavia Butler. And I didn't know that it was a book first. I just peeped it on Hulu and I was like, oh, okay, only one season. Binged it and ain't no second season. So I'm like, shit, now I gotta start reading.
What is this? Oh, okay.
Yeah, a whole nother.
Oh, cause my brother talked about him. He can't get back in
Complicated
here.
shit in the fucking world. Evening, everybody. My bad.
Gotta go to the waiting room.
But I say, Chili Charlie, if you got some ladies, righteous, got brown skin.
That's
You go
short
out there
notice, bro.
over here raping the bear on myself.
Yeah. Man, this don't have me tad beard flustered trying to get on here. Complicated shit in the world.
What issue are you having?
Nah, this is my first time on Discord.
Oh,
How to get into chats and stuff. Generally just following it.
Oh, I think it does that if I do this.
How's everybody doing?
It should fix now.
what's going on?
There you go.
All right, guys.
Oh, I think we gotta move Orion. Oh, here, come here. Oh.
Yeah, I moved them
Oh,
for you.
good. Cool. We can't hear you, Josh.
With
I'm
me?
not Josh.
Oh,
Juice.
Sorry, hold on. I got my friend Shay on the right now. Trying to get it.
let me call somebody too.
All right, hold on. I'm give me a second.
Yeah. Now, do not disturb.
Me, Josh?
One of my homegirl.
I got one lady. She's trying to figure it out. But like I said, let me at least start it off.
Let me see if I get Crystal in here.
Got two ladies.
God damn.
All right, y'all. So I want to welcome y'all to another episode After Dark Discussions. And tonight we're going to gatekeep. And just so we all on the same page, definition, but have commonly agreed gatekeeping. So gatekeep practice access elements that they remain authentic, affected with for the Black culture, expressions, and innovation good by those outside our community. Historically, Black culture has often been appropriated our fashion, and arts without acknowledgement or respect for its roots. By gatekeeping, assert our own while ensuring that in its truth, rather than exclude about maintaining the dignity of our or recognizing born from our shared experience, struggles. Right, guys? That is finding gatekeep as and give us bear with us other people. in here? Start off the first.
Oh shoot, I was trying to get some people here. Let's go.
What does gatekeeping mean? I mean, no, excuse me. Can you share some of Can you share some examples of where you feel that Black people have, I mean, that we have gatekeep, but that we often gatekeep in the Black community, that we often keep to ourselves, that is outside for?
Is Orion still in here?
Anybody can just type in.
You wanna go in order?
Go in order. Charlie, I guess you are. Brian's not in here.
Bria, we
Um,
we some women's in here. Is
Yeah,
he
Bria, we need you. Come on in.
tonight?
I got Orion.
Where am I?
Can you
This
hear?
for? Just join the waiting room and we can move you over here.
I'm right there.
Got you
There
now.
he is.
Perfect.
There he is.
Now that I don't gave the whole spiel.
I heard shit.
Yeah, you're good.
We're in court. Mhm.
Hello.
Grooving. We'll catch up. It's a conversation.
Okay, so we'll be good right there. We're gonna have one person there, one person there. It's gonna be an even 9. The barcade.
Hey.
Oh,
What is that? The golf ball thing?
hi.
Yeah.
Look in. Oh, Ryan, say something so we can see if we can hear you.
Nah, we can.
Shit, can you?
What's going
Yeah,
on?
we can.
I can't see shit.
You can't see.
Well, that's
Oh, that's
what America was
exactly
having. You
what
couldn't see
America
it
was
at
going
all.
through.
Yeah, man. Fuck it. Let's just get started.
We can
But
see
yes,
you
we
though.
can see.
So you done took off the ambient lighting. Alice
Oh,
in that
but
joint.
it was too dark in here. I had to see like do I need to adjust something?
It like
No, I
you was
mean,
over there. It like you was over there working on your R&B album, writing your R&B song that's about to drop or something.
No, I'm not just trying to hold me accountable for my shit.
You too, Breezy. Welcome back. Ain't seen you in a minute. Earth. I'm talking to my chat, y'all. My bad.
Oh,
But hey, Nikki, you want to reiterate the question for everybody?
Okay. Can you share some examples of cultural elements that are often gatekept by Black communities?
ooh.
I already told you, Bark English.
Rap.
So who we starting? We said we starting with Charlie. My screen set up different than yours. So I don't know. No, it's not. So what's the order we going in?
That's what I'm saying. Who? Okay, alphabetical because I got Bags, Charlie, myself, John, Ryan.
Bria last?
That's so. I mean, I don't know when she came up.
Okay, that's fine.
Change
That's fine.
pace.
Cool. Okay, we'll start with Bag then.
Nah.
If you don't got to answer, you.
About the comeback to me because I don't have as much experience as much as everybody else. So especially so I really can't give you a specific
About some
answer on that.
gatekeeping amongst the community?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's
Yes, I
fine.
really don't have a specific.
All right. We'll go to Charlie.
Waiting for you. Cosmo. On you.
I
Did you
don't
mute
know.
us?
Say
Maybe he muted us. Josh, do you want to go? We can come back to them.
You saying what's currently gatekeeping or what were you?
Yeah, something that you noticed that have been often gatekept in the black communities?
Yeah, it's like lingo. Definitely
I
lingo. Or
That's a good one.
ebonics kind of, you know what I'm saying? And they usually most of the time it comes across as one word that we're gatekeeping. But yeah, that I would say definitely,
African American vernacular. Yeah.
yeah, definitely that lingo and how we talk. We definitely don't want, if you're a different shade or whatnot, we be tripping a lot. Somebody come talking to us that way using that particular lingo, like who the f are you? You know what I'm saying? That's
Saying like colorist.
yeah, like
Color.
we protect it. Like
I'm
we
funny.
don't want nobody talking like us. Just basically, yeah. If it's a different race that's talking like us, kind of like it's not a color to a particular way that you talk, but we tend to talk a certain way, and if a different shade does talk that way, a lot of times it's a problem. To say they're trying to be this, that's what we gatekeep.
Question is, so what about if they lived in a black community?
A lot of times
I mean,
those people get the
we
pass.
gonna get to that later or something. I don't know.
I mean, I
That
wanted to ask him because he brought it up, so not a part of.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because everything is gonna really come back to this question that you just asked eventually. At least after this, right now. Okay, so it's my turn.
I mean, no. We still last.
Okay. Me. Uh, Miracle.
I gotta turn on the air conditioner.
Oh, Ryan, do you want to
The
go?
miracle comes back.
Oh, so it's like, can you share some examples of cultural elements that are often gatekept by Black communities?
I'd say hairstyles. Even
That's what I was about to say. I feel like that's one of the biggest ones.
Okay.
I mean, I say that because like if you see even that slightest ounce of a crossover, like the lovely Mimi girl, for example, wearing the Bantu knots, and people went crazy over that. It's like you can't do that. That's for us only type of shit. And I think honestly, this gatekeeping thing for anything is kind of exhausting. It's kind of like a waste of time because
I don't know if it's a waste of time. I can't exactly agree with that, but
like in
it can be
90%
exhausting.
of the time it may be because like I mean people are gonna do what they want to do, like regardless of what you think or feel. You know what I mean?
I
But
think some things are a waste of time, but some things gatekeeping can be progressive and shit. But
in positive ways as of late, I haven't seen any. But yeah, hairstyles.
she said she's gonna say hairstyles. I think hairstyles and the lingo are the biggest ones. I don't feel like there's. Do you feel like there's anything else?
Fashion.
I was just gonna say
Mhm.
that like clothes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the jump currently.
Was our first question.
Okay. Can you share some examples of cultural elements that are often gatekept by Black communities?
And that was the first response, huh?
Well, we went through everybody now. Came back to you.
Okay, that's what's up. Perfect. So yeah, my response to that would be actually that we don't gatekeep anything because that's kind of how we got in this predicament. Everything, all of our game, everything is open knowledge. As far as our community goes, that's kind of what we excel at, putting everything on blast.
Mm.
So we don't really gatekeep anything in my perspective. Anything of consequence that matters to me, you know what I mean? Anything is pretty much available. Just got to be able to dig deep enough.
Right. I mean, because I was gonna ask, like, I didn't want to ask, but then I was like, oh fuck it, I'll ask anyway. If we had anything that was gatekeep worthy, if that makes any sense. So that was
Yeah,
So
but you
many
gotta
things
think
that's
about the industry. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to like industries of like commerce and stuff like that, where we own or where we excel at, it's entertainment. So it's actually ass backwards to be like we gatekeep anything. What we do is for display.
actually you want to say something.
Yeah, good question.
mm, I think public exposure, how do you explain? Yeah, exposure. It will be a gatekeep to me. It's like especially like when thing occurrences like between a partner or two is most of them will tend to show it in public. That's the thing that I don't know if I'm explaining it
Say it again. So what you're saying is that you feel like people hold their relationship.
right.
What I was kind of getting from.
Or the contents of their relationship, like a domestic dispute or something, putting it on blast
Um,
line and things.
yeah, like putting on blast like the pub for like the public.
Right.
You think
Yeah,
that should be gate kept, or that's something that's currently gate kept?
I think some certainly get kept because I've been hearing y'all examples. It's like okay, I thought like um I'm sorry, trying to figure like
What gatekeeping is exactly? Is that what it is?
Are you saying
I
like
don't know.
are you saying like we gatekeep like exposure, like we only want uh certain
These people.
Opportunities?
Wait a
Like,
minute, because what I'm hearing in certain type,
Hmm.
I'm guessing you full encompassing thing like what would go wrong and then get over it.
Yes.
It's almost like a move. You know, you get the girl and then it's, you know
Yes.
what I mean? Okay,
Yeah.
that's what. So what he's saying is like front of every give a more adage, but I would say bags too. You gotta look past cinema and all of that.
Yeah.
It ain't meant to. Definitely,
True.
like we
True.
were saying. Now, if y'all want my
Hmm.
standpoint, I would say it's similar to what Charlie was saying.
Hmm.
Because just I went to, granted, it was a black director, but as soon as I came out of the movie, I saw a group. Hate me if you want, but a white having a drumming circle, and I was like, you know what I mean? Like, and they was in full dashiki and everything, and it was white people, not one
okay,
black person
Yeah.
involved at all.
gosh,
Mm.
All of that.
Not the dot shake.
That's
Oh yeah,
that's
they be
insane.
out
That's
here
crazy.
strong dashikis,
Yeah,
locked
that's
out.
crazy.
they were
That's
celebrating
crazy.
Juneteenth.
You know what's funny? It
Oh
was out there. It
yeah.
probably
wasn't there,
was.
but it was out there.
Listen, yeah, appropriation is real, man.
And
That
how far do we? Because if you get it too, natural African stuff, most of it, not all of it, but if it is coming from Germany, like Poland or somewhere else, it's coming from that.
yeah, that's what I was.
Mm,
Oh wow.
But we take it for
that's
granted,
wild.
you know what I'm saying? It's really a legitimate fact that everything comes from, you know, our people. We're the original prototype. So like, is it really should we really gatekeep that much? We anything we do, we always end up excelling at it. So it's like we're the prototype. We're the ones who are supposed to stand in the front and show people how it's done. Not like we're supposed to be holding shit. Man,
Okay.
we've been through it all. So it's like Is there?
Yes, though.
You
How
said
come it
what?
always gotta be us? All we got always gotta be at the forefront.
I mean, why we? Because we're responsible. We're the parents of the world. You know what I'm saying? We literally, you're gonna ask your parent why they supposed to support you, or why they supposed to show you the example of how you're supposed to live. Like that's us. We're the ones who are supposed to be better because we've been through it all. Nobody else has been through what we've been. So should we show poor character, or good character? It's an individual choice. It's not like
Yeah, it is an individual choice, but we're not seen as individuals a lot of the time. We're often like they generalize us. So a lot
Collectivize.
of
See one bad one type of thing.
yeah, so it's always like I hate when people are like, oh, see, that's why people think of us like that. That's why people view us like that. What Kendra doing got to do with me? You shouldn't automatically be like, oh, Kendra act like this, so that's why all black people act like this. I'm gonna act a certain way because I feel like all black people are like this because my experience with Kendra. Like,
Hey guys, I think we're getting too deep. We ain't here.
hey,
Bria,
another question.
we ain't hear Bria and Miracle's answers yet.
We ain't even. We just
We still on
scratched
the
the
first
surface, bro.
question.
We ain't
I'm
even.
trying.
Yeah.
Oh no, Josh,
Yeah.
you can't see.
Oh no, I said that earlier. It was black. It was all
Oh.
black. But we ain't
I
hear
was gonna say,
Bria and
I'm sure it's
Miracles.
too deep.
I know Miracle got it. You know, I respect
y'all
my
see-
elder, you know, so she says she gotta go to sleep early. I'm trying to get her answer, you know.
Miracle, you still awake?
I'm so sorry. Small people came home and interrupted me, but I got y'all. I'll be right back. I'm listening.
Small people.
Got you.
Nah, but Bria did answer though.
Oh yeah, she said the same thing. Okay.
She said,
So we going to the next one. Okay. You want to read it? Or you want to? Okay.
mess
So,
up my string.
how has the history of cultural appropriation influenced the need for gatekeeping within Black community?
Wait, say it again.
How has the history of cultural appropriation influenced the need for gatekeeping within Black community?
Can you say what cultural appropriation is?
Oh, about what cultural appropriation is?
Yeah.
That's when
Okay.
people steal your culture, their average day life. Simply like talking about with the drum
Without
So-
giving you credit for it, without acknowledging the
that it
people
came from
where it
you.
came from.
They were probably attempting to. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. All right.
I was gonna say they were probably attempting to indicate some form of solidarity in that moment. Yeah.
I was there at that spot. They thoroughly enjoyed. They was about to kick off and start.
I'm so eager to answer the questions myself. But okay. How's
Hey,
history
we
of
want to
cultural-
hear your thoughts too, so you might as well
Oh
chime
yeah,
in.
Nikki, you were supposed to answer that last. You did though.
I did answer the last question. I did because I intervened. I know you told me wait to the end, but I intervened. Like they just started talking now.
We at the end of every.
Yeah. I was supposed to do that, but I think I did it, and then that's when your brother came back.
Wait,
I
that's
don't
your
know.
brother at the top, right? Y'all look alike, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, my brother look like. Where'd he go?
Man, my camera's supposed to be on. I don't know what's.
He gone.
Not you. Talk about
Oh, my bad.
Orion.
My
Never
brother.
mind.
Wait, your brother in here too, nigga?
Yeah, I gotta move him back over here.
He the one with the R&B setup.
Oh,
We gotta move
okay.
him back.
R&B setup.
He had a Brian McKnight going on
Who
earlier.
got? Oh, who? What?
I gotta
No,
move him back.
I lost connection. My bad.
Okay,
Okay.
that's my brother right there.
Look, man, heard about you, man. How
Okay,
you
so the
doing?
question was, you missed it, Orion. I asked, how has the history of cultural appropriation influenced the need for gatekeeping in Black communities?
Influence E.
As honestly,
I'm already ready to answer the question. I feel like everybody is like Earth.
Wait, Bria says she ready to go.
Yeah, go, Bria.
There you go.
I feel like we're gonna say the same thing.
Exactly that.
Can I piggyback on that?
oh, I got the question.
I
now.
do, I do, I do feel that's a problem, but it's like, okay, all these products, right? Now we know who own all the not the hair salons, but the hair stores. We know who. But are we not taking the steps to do that? You know, to sell these hair products. We know who own most of those hair stores, okay? And the other thing I would say is just like when they take something, maybe a style or even talent, and it becomes disrespectful. Like, okay, you don't f with black people, but you want to do this, which is a part of the black culture. I think that makes it more of a need for us to actually gatekeep when it becomes disrespectful. Because you're doing this and you don't even respect us.
Okay, so
Like when they take
Oh.
cornrows.
Boxer.
Yeah, or like okay. Um,
Yeah, I
mm,
know, Nikki. Uh,
Man.
Nikki, go the opposite way. Erica, you're gonna have to come.
Nick was taking care of the little people.
I know, RJ. I said, what's up?
I think Bag has something.
Yes, Bags.
Wow, you said the casting couch. You wow. What you know about the casting couch?
Hey, yo.
You
You
know
gotta
exactly
get
what I'm talking
Bria, that's my brother Orion. Orion, Bria.
Ryan.
Yep.
Trying to
Oh,
no,
me.
that's
No, well, what he said earlier, I had it written down. Like, but I
You
just
wrote it down? Okay, so I said, the question was how has the history of cultural appropriation influenced the need for gatekeeping within Black communities? Um, and Bria,
Oh
what did you say
wow.
that? I think Bria was saying when they take something that's ours and they change the name of it,
so
whatever.
that is what I
Something
have
else
written down.
for that.
They're saying that this is an odd question.
But
You said
see,
how?
how's it
And they're
odd?
saying this is
because like
One
at one
moment,
point in
project.
time, did we even see like recognize a pattern that was like, okay, you know what, maybe we should address this.
Well, what is it? So hold on. So how is it odd, Panda? Maybe I shouldn't be focusing it. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
you can't ask the chat. You gotta talk to people that's right here. And we'll talk to you in a second.
I feel like it's like so for me, what I noticed a lot growing up, because right now, the most thing that people cultural say is cultural appropriating is like hairstyles, and there's hairstyles that we would wear and it'll be inappropriate, or they'll say it's unprofessional, but whenever a white woman wears it, they say that it's like it's
Beautiful, so unique, you
so
creative.
innovative and all that. And that's where it really, I feel like that's where people really started saying culture appropriation was because of stuff like that. Like, how, like it's like you're borrowing something and talking shit about the people whom you got it from. And that's when it became a problem.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And I want to chime in, y'all. I want to say it's more so we can't ask about it because without acknowledgement, Nikki just told me something earlier this week. How many of you all know that the origin?
I did not know that.
That's
See,
what I'm
Nah,
saying.
and
man.
it,
I'm
it goes
not
to the point
surprised.
where it
It's
goes
not
over.
surprising.
It goes
So
over like the not just acknowledging like what it's like actually because once it becomes like a other culture don't have to wash our
Mhm.
hands. But then at the end of the day, if you want to create it, why we not? You know what I mean? Not getting a dime from it, like reparation all over again.
So okay, so I did want to say
Yeah.
this though, because when it comes to like the culture of rodeo, so it did at least it like the not the rodeo part, but like cowboy culture came from Mexican people, but the name cowboys that was what they called the black people who were cattle ranchers because it was initially a slur. So they be like, oh, the cowboy, they taking care of the cows, and yeah, you know how they used to be calling them boy all the time.
Hmm.
But when it comes to the rodeo and the fighting them and the competition and all that, it started with Bill Pickett, a black man. So, and they still got his stuff at the rodeo right now in a case
I'm through with the facts. Thank
Can
you.
I say something on
with
that
a whole
though?
bunch of white people
Go ahead, Jay.
running the dang place. Okay.
Now, I don't know. I ain't trying to be disrespectful, but it's just like the scary movie aspect. Okay, black
And I don't,
people, I mean, it is some adventurous us out there and some courageous. Football is a dangerous sport. Okay, but this a black man want to get on a bull now. I
see,
don't
I'm
think
not
that.
saying that that's one of those things that
No,
need to be gay kept. Honestly, that's just
no.
something that people need to be taught. I'm
But
not
see
saying
now,
it's
Josh, what you saying is you don't got too fancy to do something that's
I
cool. What I'm
I
saying is
believe we have.
that's
I believe we have.
listen,
Yeah.
but that's the issue. Might not be country enough. Country folks, but let them.
but and
But
they're
the
all
same time is
True.
listen. Wait. Why is it now though? If you see a black, jockey out there, it's gonna be a problem. They looking at him. But honestly, this is his origins.
Talking about
You
riding the
know what I'm
bull.
saying? Riding the bull, and all that shit.
mm-hmm.
Is it many of us that's doing that?
That's what I'm saying though. That's the
It's
issue. If
that's
what if it
No,
jump
but
out
look,
there?
here's the thing though. Here's the thing though, because like I said, this appropriation thing is pretty much like in my perspective, it's small shit to a giant. It's like ant shit to a giant. Because the fact that it's appropriation is shining a light that they watch what we do. You know what I'm saying? So the
Yeah.
onus is on what we're doing, not what we've done. Let them have the shit we've done because we gonna come up with some new shit next year. You know what I'm saying? Fuck what you're doing right now. The thing is, we need to get our minds right on the moment so we know how to capitalize on the shit when we make something new now instead
Mm-hmm.
of worrying about it after they take it because that's what they do. So you get on it now. But we got to get off of like worrying about how they're treating us and worry about how we're showing up because that's the difference. Because the thing that we're dodging around is the respect aspect. Like they don't give us the respect that we deserve because we're not showing up in that
Mm.
manner.
Uh,
That's just what it boils down to.
and I think we're in a time and age where we're trying to do like a reverse polarity thing, like when Beyonce, doing the country thing and all that. Far as country, all I know, it could have been created by a black person. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I feel like okay, if we can't have nothing, why not just have everything? That's what that like Beyonce. I respect her for that. Going to country. You know what I'm saying? It was a tough move, but it's like, hey, we dig it, and everything we do gonna be great. You know what I'm saying?
It's always gonna be great. That's just in us. Like regardless of what we do, if we reinvent what we great, that's the point. Which is great.
I got a comment on YouTube. Project Holloway's TV says the only place where black people are gatekeepers is YouTube and Twitter. Cut it out.
That's crazy.
I mean, that might be true unless it's about hair, because hair is gate kept in real life. Real. Like,
I think he using the wrong social media, my brother. I think you can find out anything that you want to do that anybody does. You can find it on YouTube. Now I don't know about Twitter, unless you talking about the good, the late night stuff. That's the only thing we probably gatekeep. But anything else, YouTube, you can find whatever you want to do on YouTube, my brother.
Just
Twitter,
about right. I was
Twitter
gonna
is
say, hold on, ask Miracle before
oh, okay.
the eyeballs looking.
Love eyeballs.
We waking her up. We waking her up.
Hold on,
Miracle.
Panda.
Oh, okay. I thought you was asking something. Okay,
No,
so why is it important for no, that's not where we at. I'm sorry. How has the history of cultural appropriation influenced the need for gatekeeping within Black communities?
So I was thinking for a second because I really think it's the monetary aspect of it. That's the only reason why I feel like we need to gatekeep, because if anybody should be making money off of an idea, it should be the people who create it. So ultimately, I just feel like it comes down to copywriting your shit as soon as you do it. And I feel like anybody can do that. I mean, technically, white people came up with copywriting because they let us steal some shit. So we should, if anything, protect whatever we create as Black people or as any artist demographic. Just protect what you create so that way you can make some money off of it. And then you can kind of do whatever you want after that. Because ultimately, everything gets stolen or it's repetitive in some nature, some way down the lines, just because imitation is, the greatest compliment. So it's going to happen. But I just feel like from the money sense, make sure you get your coins. That's the only area that I care about gatekeeping, is making sure you get your money. Other than that, I don't really feel like there's anything you can control in that capacity. It's always been about taking something and making it popular, okay, or taking something and getting the credit for it. It's always been like that, and that's always going to be the case. Even when you think about the DNA sequence, I just learned this the other day. A woman found out the sequence of DNA was actually a double helix and not a single helix. But a dude was out here pushing an agenda of like, no, it's just one helix. And she's like, no, I did the research, but she didn't copyright shit. She was doing a lot of research and she was writing down everything, but she wasn't pushing for it to be notated that she's the one who discovered this information. So all of that is important, because the only thing that matters is who they remember said it. So that's my only thing. Other than that, I really don't give a fuck, because we don't gatekeep none of the ratchet shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff that we be doing that's just really disrespectful, that doesn't necessarily represent us in the best way, let everybody do it. Okay, I love when I watch Maury and it's not just Black people on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, some of
That
these
was
white
Jerry.
people don't know who daddy is either.
Jerry show.
Yeah. And Jerry.
Right.
Yeah.
And I definitely feel you, Miracle. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I would chime in as far as like you were saying the laws and like how they presented it, that's just like a fallacy. Just Biafra, the whole transatlantic slave trade was something devastating. It was really devastating to our community, like where we didn't lose. The people who were stolen weren't like just slaves. You know what I'm saying? These were intelligent people, scientists, philosophers, you know what I'm saying? Like kings, stuff like that. So like when we think about how the law started, where like there's a group, the people out in like around Italy and whatnot, the Phoenicians, they were the ones who were very heavy on like the law and like written words and stuff like that. But all that stuff comes back from culture. They call it Egypt, but we know, melanated people know it as Kemet. So, like, all that came from us. So, like, where we're at right now, we still haven't gotten back into our original mind, which is why, you know, we focus on a lot of things that, what I'm saying, keep us where we're at. But when we broaden our horizons and get back into the books, which like a lot of that stuff is just again, when you're talking about appropriation, that's where it really comes from. A lot of that knowledge that is in the books is stuff that they stole from us, and then they said that they invented it or they recreated it or they found it or they discovered it. But this was all stuff that our people had documented in the libraries of Alexandria that were pillaged from by Alexander the Great and were copied by Aristotle and all of his disciples and stuff after the man died. So it's like all of our knowledge is what they're using to like oppress us. So that's why they say if you want to keep something from a nigga, put it in a book, because they've indoctrinated us and enculturated us to stay away from that. Like that's nerd shit. That shit ain't cool. That's not popping. That's not, you know what I'm saying? That's not where the bitches is at. You know what I'm saying? But that's where you learn who you really are. That's where everything else, becomes subjugated to you once you get into that habit of looking for that, you know what I'm saying, for that intelligence that's in you, that divine spirit, because it's divinity that we're running from. It's that responsibility of being one with the divine. Like we're the most religious people, but you know what I'm saying? Honestly, we've gotten away from our spirit. And we can't deny that because again, we're not in our original mind.
What's it called? All right, Nikki, I take the next.
All right.
It's similar to the last one, y'all. So can y'all provide any historical examples of where Black culture was appropriated of acknowledgement? Or I gave the example of the rodeo. The fact that nobody talks about actually by a Black king a long time ago, Hannibal of Carthage. You guys should look him up if you don't know anything about him. Rome was not this great ass empire that was. They got defeated a lot.
I'm trying. Okay.
Now, before I disappear, I do want to piggyback off of this question, and I always get pissed off that the lottery is what it is, and I know for a fact that the lottery was started by Black people because nobody was actually willing to give us loans or give us any money. So that was money that we circulated within our own communities and created the lottery. So the lottery system that we have now, Mega Millions and all that good jazz, was started by Black people. And I always be like, you don't give no credit to that because we understood the science before it became what it is today.
But the thing is now, ain't no barely see a Black person.
Mhm.
You
Or
rarely,
with somebody in
rarely
Tennessee,
see.
random ass place.
Tennessee or West Virginia.
I actually know somebody that won the lottery.
Do you? What they
Mhm.
look like?
They black. They're black, and I
Yeah.
actually know them. And I know that when they got that money, they disappeared on our asses.
What's that name? We'll find him.
What you mean? They ain't win that much. They won like
The Pig
just
Five.
like a year's salary, not millions. Just like
Oh, not millions. God
Hey, you disappeared on a year's salary? That ain't no real friend.
disappeared
Man,
for the
go to a
money.
different country.
No, they came back. They came back. They just disappeared for a few months.
They ran out of money, huh?
They ran that money up. That's what
Yeah, that's what happened.
happened.
Because they only won the lot. They didn't win the lottery. That's the
I'm
problem.
hurting.
They only run the lot. The baby pot.
Oh,
Not
Oh,
the
they won the
baby
lot.
pot.
Real, they ain't get the jackpot.
Yeah, that's what they
Yeah.
fucking did.
Wait, Nikki, are we talking about the same person?
Mm-hmm. You were the one who told them take the picture down and
Hey,
stuff.
get you down.
Uh,
Okay, yeah, we're talking about the same.
Miracle, you leaving us?
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. Anybody else want to touch on the topic? Any historical example?
Oh, that was the question. What say the question again?
Of
Got a lot of
appropriation.
Okay,
those.
I was about to say,
Mhm.
okay, can you tell us any historical without acknowledging?
And Josh took
Well, yeah.
my. I'm not Josh. Juice took my answer. That's crazy.
You know about Hannibal?
Well, I gave you one in the last question. Is actually I think it's the most relevant one. Doesn't get acknowledged at
Inventions,
all.
chicken inventions. Yeah.
No. The whole
Mhm.
history of philosophy. It's
Oh.
what Western society is built off of. Greek philosophy, where they say Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, the three great Greek philosophers. All of Western society is built off of their fundamentals. And that shit was stolen from Egypt because we had mystery schools all around it. Like we had mystery schools in Spain, we had mystery schools in modern day Turkey, but at the time, Greece was Egypt's greatest enemy. Like they had always been for centuries, they had been attacking, trying to break down the walls to get into Egypt. So it wasn't something that just happened overnight with Alexander the Great. He just was capitalizing off of something that was going on for ages. And they stole all that information that was in the library. They didn't even know how to interpret it correctly, which is why we're in the state that we're in. Because when we utilized it, when the original people had it and utilized it, the world thrived. It was a golden age. That's why we had kingdoms around the world. It wasn't subjugation. We were teaching
Hmm.
people.
Guess my
Yeah,
answer to
yeah.
that question, I just want to talk about talent search, man. The Apollo, uh, was the only almost entertainment show where they find new talent, and we're talking about a show where Lauren Hill came from. I mean, Lauren Hill, I think she got booed the first time she was out there.
She
But
did.
and now it's like
Yeah,
all
she
these
did.
shows out, like America's Got Talent, American Idol. They're not producing the stars that Apollo produced. And I'm like, shit, where's the Apollo? It's kind of weird, man. And I mean, that happened. I mean, to me, I just think that's just one thing that happened in history. Like, it just completely disappeared. Steve Harvey started hosting Family Feud. Kiki Shepard, one of the finest black woman ever. I don't know where the hell she at.
I was
Uh,
about to say it's kind of crazy that the foreigners in different countries are also doing like the America's Got Talent type stuff too,
oh yeah, yeah.
because
It
they're doing
just
that stuff too.
They rapping over there too. They're wearing locks.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
it's all about entertainment. Like no stars are being produced versus like the Apollo. Like too many stars.
Now,
Can
I
I
get
say
what
this?
Josh is saying. The quality of stars have definitely, even from the time of Lil Wayne, perhaps time that Tupac and Biggie's lives, real lives, to now where it's like, you go boxing people.
I
I
mean,
mean, but yeah, with that Kendrick and Drake joint, he definitely took it back to. He definitely went West Coast on his ass. He wasn't playing with him at all. It was even at Drake's neck. You know what I'm saying? One of his men at his house got popped when they dropped the song. Yeah, they was at that.
well, I feel like the reason that things like rappers and most things aren't as good as they used to be because things get oversaturated and they start getting watered down and they start focusing on quantity rather than the quality.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
But haven't you guys noticed, like overseas? Maybe it's just me, but like China, place that steals from Black culture, they try and stay as authentic to Black as possible. But like in the U.S., when they take from Black people, they try and make it seem like they didn't take nothing from Black people. Like it wasn't Black
That's
at all. It was just
that's
a white lady named Cindy who did it.
You know what? You saying the best thing because I don't know if y'all was looking like when TikTok and stuff coming out, they was talking about like all the recipes. I remember when like ham sandwiches. Oh, this is something I just grew up as a kid and it's just so amazing. It was like the best thing I ever had. I just pull out the fucking nigga ham.
Everybody's so creative.
This is a delicacy.
And
How
you
you
just,
say that's a delicacy?
you just crush the
Delicacy.
plate and put it right underneath the bread, and there you go, a nice crunchy ham sandwich.
Where's Gordon Ramsay when you need him?
Hey man, I gotta say something on that now. You mentioned TikTok and that analogy, man. Black people, we don't support black people. I mean, okay, us gamers, streamers, we know how to support each other, but just in general, okay, Black Planet. What happened to Black Planet, right? Okay, and then the reason they want to close TikTok, I figured out is part of the information stuff, but ain't nobody buying from Amazon. I mean, people still are, but a lot of people just buying from TikTok Shop now. All that stuff is coming from China. We throwing all this money in there, and it is TikTok taking 50% of it. It's Chinese owned. Okay, give your money to a battler, they get 50%. TikTok get the other 50%. So it's like, my thing is, okay, if TikTok does close down, I think we all be good. But Black Planet, when it was out, we ain't effing with Black Planet. And then, Facebook come out. If you was in college, shit, that's the best thing ever. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, okay, oh shit, I got a phone call. We
I want to piggyback on what
yeah, we want to gatekeep all this stuff, but when it comes to the support, okay, would you rather go to a black owned hair shop or you're going to
Hell
the
yeah.
other one?
Hell yeah.
But no,
Well,
listen.
Most definitely going to
it's
black, but
different
you
for
should,
black hair.
say something else.
That's something you
It's
can't
something
outsource really.
But
Yeah.
see, this where the problem is. Why on
Bria, she kind of sleepy. Thanks for stopping by, Bria.
yeah, thank you, Bria. We really I was gonna say Josh, what was the last thing you said?
Just like the hair shops or the beauty
Okay,
shops.
so
Would you
no,
rather
but
go to a black one or a
A
Chinese?
black one.
I
A
got you because it's perfect because we have the website We Buy Black. Nobody even knows about it. It goes to We Buy Black.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. You can buy all the same on TikTok, all of that, all black owned, all that other. Even on top of that, y'all want the hottest phone? Literal, damn near identical iPhone. It's called the Figures phone by a black man, billionaire too, billionaire. Got his own phone line. Ain't nobody got the Figures phone.
But
I'm gonna kill myself about that actually.
one thing on that juice is like our credibility as black people has gone down the drain. And especially with that Black Lives Matter thing that happened, like when it was like getting the mansions and planes or whatnot, even with the Creflo Dollar stuff, it's like, damn, I want to support my people. You know what I'm saying? But maybe that's a different subject for a different day. I don't know.
No, but we
No,
gotta
that's
support each
perfect.
other
That's right on
equally.
topic.
Because you said it yourself. You want us to support each
Most
other.
definitely.
Gotta support.
I don't know. Sounding crazy is one thing. I don't know. I feel like sometimes you could use your own discretion to see if something is not sounding right,
No, I'm saying sounding crazy.
But
Only
bro, I
meaning
mean,
like
again, if you go to the website, my bad, Juice. If you go to Black Lives Matter website, you'll see what they're really. Name is just a fucking moniker. It ain't doesn't represent shit that they're actually about.
Hmm.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I read the website too, and I did the same thing. But
Exactly.
okay. What I was gonna say when I say sound crazy, website you read. But even when something is sounding crazy, you have to look because sometimes might not have the best way. They might have the right heart. You know what I'm saying? And other people will sound great, have nothing but similar to the Black Lives Matter. So it does take a lot of discernment. I'm saying back to gotta support each other. It's have to put aside like, okay, here's all of this other stuff that everybody champions. Why are we allowing ourselves to champion everybody? Right? It's similar. It's like the opposite effect to the gatekeeper. Like, why are we allowing ourselves iPhone? Got to get on every. Got to get every out. Honestly, we are off Timberland because the owner of Timberland don't like any black person, right? And then on top of that, it's supposed to be quote unquote. Y'all can correct me in the chat or right now, but the itself is supposed.
Oh wow.
God knows I love a Timberland.
It gets complicated because the whole agenda for a very long time was inclusivity. So because black people want to be a part of something so bad, you know what I'm saying? Like that indoctrination is real. You know, nobody wants to feel like they are excluded from something that's perceived to be the ultimate picture of happiness and the American dream and all this type of bullshit. So you'd have to unwhitewash your brain first. You'd have to understand that that's all a facade and they full of shit. And if you're going to go the full gambit of embracing the whitewash version, it includes marrying your cousins and some hillbilly shit and some backward shit as well. But we don't never look at it. We'll ignore that because what we want is everything else. We want to be perceived as above something else. It's really that's why I say like sometimes that sin nature within us is it's the yellow belly of us all. It makes us the worst version of ourselves. That's why we get iPhones because we want to be perceived as, oh, okay, well, I don't have an Android. I don't like when the green pop up on my screen. Bogus. A phone is a phone is a phone. You know what I'm saying? But we don't look at it that way. Yeah, that's it. You know, that's really at least the pattern that I'm seeing is the same thing. It's just to be a part of something so you can point and say outwards to something else that they're excluded. But we don't look at one another as being home. Like black people don't look at other black people and think like, "Oh, that's my homie." And that's a problem. We do it sometimes, but not consistently. So when there's a problem that presents itself, we will pick us. But otherwise, we don't pick one another. And that's the pattern that I feel like is the problem. When we up, we not looking out for one another. It's when we down that we like, damn, my guy, you not yeah, that's not a good pattern to be a part of. But if we're gonna nip that in the bud, first things first, we'd have to be real with ourselves. There's a lot of shit that we as black people are okay with that's fucked up. And if you say we're going to gatekeep, what are we gatekeeping? You know what I'm saying? Are we on like I always feel like I want anything that black people to do to take ownership of it and say that we did it, whether it's right or wrong. Now, how we go about fixing it within our community is on us. But I don't want nobody else externally to tell me that I'm wrong. Go fuck yourself. Excuse my French. Is how I feel. Like you can't tell me, oh, gangs are bad, bitch. We a gang because you was out here plucking us off every goddamn day. So we became a mob. We became a gang to defend ourselves from other people who were looking at us and trying to come after us. Now, where that went left is that once we realized that we needed gangs within our own gangs, it became, you know, Bloods and Crips and all that other bullshit. But at one point, it was really just because we were all together as one unit trying to defend ourselves from Caucasian people who were attacking us. So there's a lot of stuff where it's like, listen, I like the angle that we're pushing for. I just feel like we need to really sit down as a community and say what the fuck we trying to do. Where's that? We need to do that.
Like, where's that common ground that we get to all things?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Like Dr. Umar, I fuck with Dr. Umar. I don't care whatever backward shit that he be doing. I like him. Because he has conversations about a lot of stuff. Yeah. He could be my president.
Funny thing is, we got a person in actually did
an interview with Dr. Umar.
The Charlie up top.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Well,
Yeah,
Bring back the
Rayon
Umar
are
thing.
definitely.
Bring them back.
Question,
Put a
question
white
though.
hat.
Like question on that. What she
Yeah, I need to
said.
holler at him.
Oh,
Hold on,
sorry.
hold on. What? Hey, Josh.
Oh, I just had a question on what she said about Dr. Umar for president. Okay, I got a few nominees. Like I got The Rock. I got I think Will Smith will be a good. Morgan Freeman. Who else? Denzel Washington. Why aren't they running for president at this point?
I wouldn't vote for none of them niggas that you
Really?
just listed.
That's what I'm
Not
saying.
even
None of them.
Not even Denzel.
Let's be real, yo.
Over Donald Trump.
Come on now.
I mean, you're
Why
ready.
are the people that we're gonna qualify for the
Let me ask
presidency?
this though. So you'd rather
We
Joe?
gonna treat them like Ronald Reagan? Like that's the best we can come up with some actions.
I'm just saying, would you rather vote for Joe Biden or we ain't gotta get into politics, but I'm just saying, would you rather vote for them
man,
too,
I
bro?
want to see some. I want to see some receipts. You gotta have done some shit in the street. You know what I'm saying? Like we not just pandering our vote, man. I'm tired of that shit. Do that shit all the time. That's what I'm saying. Like, nah, we're not just anybody just because of popularity. Oh yeah, he do good on the camera. You know what I'm saying? He a real stand up dude when he get in front of the camera. No, we need to see some receipts. What are you doing to improve the community? How are you going
Yeah,
around?
I like Cornel
Right,
West.
like
Cornel West is trying to be president. I'll vote for his black ass in a second.
Hold on. Since we are on this topic of politics, I gotta say, Nikki.
And I can run for president in 6 years, and y'all can vote for Nikki. You
Oh
know,
my, Nikki, you have to be 50 something.
That's
to
what I'm
be
saying.
able to.
30 something.
That's all I'm saying.
yeah,
Y'all
I think
rather
around 30, like 30, like
I think 35.
Nikki, I would vote
yeah,
for you,
35.
but I don't know, Nikki, because I did also see your cheeks not too long ago. We'd have to change the
Okay, I'm
wardrobe, but I would vote for you.
I'm saying go for Nikki.
That's what I'm
Make it clap.
saying.
Right, be a
Make it clap in that vote.
Juice.
That could be a campaign. Nothing that
Why
happened.
not? A
It's getting
president
ass
can
already.
my coochie.
Juice. That's what I'm
A
saying.
president
Like,
can be a federal.
why like Charlie ain't running for president?
Beat my ass already.
president,
I ain't got
president,
nothing to have.
You said Charlie for president?
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like y'all, like I noticed like Miracle was saying, like when times are hard, we come together, but when times are good, we just try to outshine each other. And the nice men that I mentioned, you wouldn't rather vote for Trump or Biden if they was on the line.
No.
If it's Denzel and Trump, definitely vote.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm voting for Nikki. I'm voting for Charlie. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like what is black people doing? I mean, Obama, okay, he was here.
And everybody voted for Obama. Who did he run against? Nobody even remember.
Oh,
Real shit.
John McCain.
the first time.
Little ass arms.
McCain and
Yeah.
The second time.
Mitt Romney.
Yeah,
Hillary Clinton. He went against Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Charlie, where Akon at, Charlie? You wouldn't vote for Akon?
You see?
But hold on.
You said what?
Akon. Hold on. Before you get on that, since we're talking
Akon.
about politics.
Hey,
hold on,
dog.
wait.
Yeah. No, Akon got some receipts. He done tried to build the city and whatnot.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I got a question for because we were talking about politics. Anybody happen to
I did.
Nah, I heard that joint was an abomination, bro.
No, I ain't
I've seen clips. I've seen some clips, and
Okay.
yeah.
I saw
Before it even started, I knew it was gonna be an abomination because this man has no. He been freezing since before this joint started. Like he has no business being up in the
we're
public
talking
limelight.
about Jordan.
Yeah.
I just want to ask y'all if y'all didn't hear. Not Joe. Donald Trump was on the debate, reported saying that I'm telling y'all they're crossing the borders and they're out here taking black jobs. I just want what are black jobs taking our
I know, because that's why I ain't got no job now. Somebody took my job.
Oh my god.
No, I'm just kidding. Listen, what are black jobs? You being serious, Juice, or this is a joke question?
Oh, it's a real question. Do they,
No, I
feel
honestly
like
think
there's
that's
an answer to black job? It's rhetorical, but if you have an answer.
Who is
I
taking
don't know
entertainment?
any job that a black person has.
No, okay.
I don't see them upstaging us on
No. What would be a
Hollywood.
quote unquote? Because if
I
I
know
ask this question, a lot of people are gonna be like, "Well, That's the problem. What are these
A
black
black
jobs
job?
that they? Yeah, they,
Oh, I
they're
know.
And
black
ain't
jobs.
nobody take no black jobs. It's just the
Like,
company's cheap
Like,
as
yeah.
fucking trying to outsource all the time. That's all that shit is. They just
No,
paying
but it,
out
Yeah, but
contractors less
get
than
someone to do it
what the
for
people
cheap
that's
before
here.
having to hire someone from here. But I don't think there's no such thing as a black guy. I think when he said that, he was attempting to rally up
Black
black
people.
voters.
Yeah,
It was
that's
Yeah,
what
it
that
was
is.
Sanders.
Yeah, sure, get the black
you're
vote.
right.
issue is though because it's just like
The
if you
issue lies in you're gonna have black people in like an uproar, like, you know what? He's right. They're taking our black jobs. We can't find. I've been out of work for 5 years, and when in reality your resume just sucks and
then
nobody
on
wants to hire you based off of merit, and it's nothing to
Yeah,
do with
right.
all those things. Like,
But
I
that's
mean
how
you
they
are
use black people. Think about that. He just said whatever because he know. Oh, you
that
mentioned
black
black
people
people. You
are a
show them
very
attention.
emotional
They
voter.
gonna go exactly. They just gonna
With
go with whatever I say.
yeah, vast
Like he
majority of
tried to do
people
with
are
those
very
Trump
emotional
Jordans. Were they Jordans the 90s? He came with some Trump shoes, everything. Trying
and
to
it was a what?
patronize people.
It was
He had,
I think I believe it was a Jordan shoe.
he came up with some
You're referring to the gold pair, I believe.
Wait a minute. Trump came out with a Jordan?
Not with the
He
sneakers.
released an Air Jordan shoe. I think it was gold plated, but they were some very expensive shoes.
Pandering.
Right.
Mhm.
Pandering.
I'm gonna
it
look
was a
this
what?
Gold Trump high tops.
Pandering.
Old Trump high tops was giving them out.
No,
No,
he was like,
no, those were
um,
going on sale.
Of
Oh,
course.
Okay, I
sad.
see.
He would have
Nigga
got
not
votes
gonna
if he
have.
was giving them out at the rap.
Nah, but he
Right.
released them Jones right before the campaign started. I bet.
It's
And
crazy.
he showed it make a
Well,
nice
That,
dollar off of
that
this.
he's already getting votes based
Mm-hmm.
off of that stimulus check they got. That they talking about they missed the stimulus check. That you could buy a vote for $1,500, I guess, or was it
that's
1,200?
crazy.
There
It's
you go.
stimulated.
There
That's
you
wild.
go.
How they trying to do it? Carry us along to the
They
Okay,
already
what
sold
are
out.
what are the potential benefits of gatekeeping Black culture?
let's do Orion first.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right. Well, I believe the benefits of gatekeeping. I can't think of any off the top of my head, honestly. Cons though, um, it'll. I think it bars us from thriving.
Okay,
Like,
so how,
okay, so I'm gonna take for example like the Chinese, like they bought part of their culture here, and they capitalized off of their culture that they did not gatekeep, and like to feed their families and things like that. The Chinese food restaurants with like little to no marketing, like you because I all the people on here have probably never seen a Chinese food commercial or
Right.
Chinese food ad on social media, but they had paper. They had
Huh?
anyway,
Thank
paper,
you for the follow.
huh?
she got somebody coming.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Thank you
okay.
for the follow. Sorry, there's a 30-minute wait before you could talk because people was trolling me, so I
Y'all
had to
quit
lock
fucking
it
with
down.
Nikki. Bark,
So,
bark. All right.
yeah.
So, um, but
Bark, bark, turn up.
their strongest marketing tools were paper, ink, rubber bands, and word of mouth. And they threw those four marketing tools on the table and walked the fuck off. Like, do something with this. They printed some menus out, and that's their marketing. And everybody loves Chinese food, so
100%.
they're thriving off of that part of their culture. Then that's why I always say I don't think there's any benefit to gatekeeping code. Like when you can just share it. And another, you know what, a pro to gatekeeping. You know what? I found one. A pro is less misrepresentation or misuse of your culture. Like, I mean, if people are a little more informed than you know they are with this whole cultural appropriation thing, and people doing things that you're uncomfortable with, or they're not doing it the right way, you think, inform them, and it'd be a lot easier for it to be stomached. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, no, I definitely. But I wanted to ask you because how do you that stuff?
Stop giving a horrendously emotional response to those problems and attempt to form a bond with each other first to to correct it. And don't just go out into the streets, yelling this is wrong and going online saying we should cancel this person because of A, B, and C. Um, because it just causes more unrest, like
You're saying
among.
Can I
Can I ask
piggyback
a
off of
question?
what? Oh, sorry.
Sorry. I just want to ask a question in regards to that because an example I was thinking of, but I'm not sure how you might interpret this. We gatekeep nigga. That's a term that
Oh
only black
yeah.
people say, and not white people. So, given the example you said, are we now saying like, well, if I explain to you the history of nigga, you should understand why you shouldn't say it because white people still are offended that they can't say it, and they know the history.
Oh,
I probably wouldn't even have. I won't have an answer for this because I don't say it.
I don't know. I
Um,
think we did pretty good with gatekeeping, and I think they do have kind of think twice with saying it now. Like
Yeah.
it was
yeah,
like
because there was
No, in front of you, they
Oh
take it.
yeah.
yeah,
'Cause they
but
love saying that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I guess it
yeah,
was.
and although there've been many very public, very harsh consequences behind mouthing that one word, they're just still gonna do it. I don't think there's any I don't think we'll ever find a common ground for that one.
No.
Because like under the it's just to them it's just a word. Well, they say it is.
Yeah.
But for that's a tricky one. I'm just be honest with you. I don't even have a direct answer.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So if other people could say don't say this and they don't say it, why is it just that word in particular that they're just so eager to say though?
Because it's like the forbidden fruit that you just want to eat. And
I say, Josh, don't forget.
I'm trying to
Oh, my
hold
bad,
it, bro.
You go ahead, Josh.
Oh, yeah. As far as your horrendous statement about horrendous emotional response, I completely agree, my brother. Because, okay, I actually know somebody that tried to gatekeep the Kendrick and Drake beef. It was
I'm so
like,
tired of hearing about that at work. But yeah, I'm sorry. Continue.
okay, it was white people. I guess, she had a panel and, a white person was a part of it. And they had their opinion about it. But she was like, this is our culture. You can't say anything about this. This is us. And to me, that's just stupid. I'm sorry, it's stupid. It's an
So
emotional response of okay, beef or whatever. Okay, I get it. It's rap or whatnot, but everybody listens to it, so everybody's gonna have an opinion. And it's like you saying they can't have an opinion about beef. Like he didn't say he.
But you don't have.
It's
You
just
also at the same time you don't have to care about it. So you
right.
don't.
But
Your
it's sad
opinion
that
doesn't
that
have to
is
hold any weight to you if you don't want it to. Like, okay, I'm okay. You feel that way? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
Nobody.
everybody got an
my bad.
opinion.
And I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just saying it's sad that
um,
like we allude when it's alluded to like beef or something like that or hip hop, we take it personally. Like that's what represents. You know what I'm saying? Like we could find something else culturally to represent us. And I mean, to tie into my answer as far as like if there's a benefit to cultural appropriation, I would say only in like the unifying aspect because it gives us something where we focus on and it's like we're collectively not going to stand for this. But
Ho-
even
Hold
to
on.
that, I would say we would have to elaborate further into that to find a more tangible, like unifying aspect. Because for me, it's like anything that we can find to unify the whole at this point, because there's so much division, that's like the divide and conquer aspect of the enemy. Like if we can find anything, I'll take it, and then we can elaborate on that and build, a foundation like based
Okay.
on principle that unifies. That's where I see like, where appropriation could be a benefit.
And I was just about to say,
Or
it's not. We're not
gatekeeping.
talking about
Gatekeeping.
appropriation.
My bad. Gatekeeping. That's what I meant. Gatekeeping. Same. Everything still applies to gatekeeping.
Or
No, but what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, what I want to touch back on something.
Well, I can see the benefits of gatekeeping as being able to maybe control your image or the narrative of your image a little bit more. Maybe what's associated to Black culture could be, I don't know, prettied up, or maybe just add a little bow sometimes. I only say that from the angle of like women because I always say the Jezebel spirit. Like anytime I talk about hoe nature, I'm like, oh, she got the Jezebel spirit. But I know that's like directly associated with like slave mentality. So I'd be like, I probably shouldn't say that. But like that's the only way I can like sum it up. But I just feel like there are certain things that we probably could control if we were able to gatekeep certain cultural references, um, that other people kind of just take and then they just spin it however they want to. And because there is no actual like understanding of what it's derived from, it actually becomes like an insult where it could have been a moment of inclusivity. So that part I feel like would be nice if we could control that. But then on the negative side of things, I don't really see I really don't see that many negatives to gatekeeping, honestly. Like at this very moment, I don't, because I just feel like we ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so where the negatives at? Because we ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody can sample whatever they want of the Black culture. It's a full on buffet, and most of the time, even when we do get offended, it's short lived. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll be like, oh, and we only really do it for like in a musical sense we do it, and then I want to say when it comes to fashion and style, those are the things that we will get very offended by, like because we've coined ourselves like the drip culture. So if you say that something that we coined is now fashionable and you don't give us credit for it, we're offended. So like the long ass nails, because they used to say like that's hoochie mama style, or like the hoop earrings, the cornrows, the sagging your pants. At one point, you would have deemed that hood or not aesthetically pleasing, and now it's on runways. So like things like that, I feel like we get offended by. But other than that, I don't see anything negative about gatekeeping, honestly.
Orion, I wanted to touch back on what you're saying. This is where I feel like it's a little bad. I have to touch on it. Bags, but I wanted to say that positive, very, because if you think about it though, I have to look at it like now, because it's like, okay, if you look at other cultures thriving than where they are doing better than what they don't come out with advertising like Chinese food. I'll say same thing, and if
Yeah.
one starts serving, eventually they're all gonna start. So it's just like you're not really getting special from it. Whereby a certain one, because at it from like a different, like Hispanic culture, they'll stay with in maybe bedroom apartment. So there's
Aided
not
an
enough money.
understatement.
Yeah, but no, but until they have buy a
Yeah.
home where everybody else can live, and then
Mhm.
now it's a lot of black people. They've been living from birth to death.
Oh yeah, and that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You
No,
was about to say something.
Oh,
Go ahead, Blue.
yeah. I mean, I was thinking about that the other day, and I was just like, but with me, like I'm not used to being in my apartment because we're so used to living in a home all those years. Like, but I get what you're saying about like when like Mexican or Latino families they stay together in order like until they have the resources to branch out and get things for themselves and their families. But you kind of don't see that in black families or black communities because like they're I guess not trying to like gatekeep their success or something or their gatekeep their lives or like that part of their lives where it's like okay I have this you don't kind of thing.
I would
But
say it's.
no, go ahead because.
I was gonna say it's more than earlier. We so involved, and I actually it was a miracle that we got so over involved in trying that we forgot what our individuality looked like. And then on top of that, because it was on and we are entertainment, everybody else like well, because y'all are putting it in, want to be involved too. Now we're like, well, wait a minute, I wanted to. That don't mean you. And now we're all lost. And we're all lost in this whole notion. You got to do it by yourself. That's like get it on your all that other stuff. Go a business, raise a
Yeah.
child, more than just.
Yeah, and I mean, I've fallen victim to the do-it-yourself thing many times, like in uh my career. Like so, what was I about to say? What was I about to say? I just lost my day. Oh yeah, so I think that black people have, on one hand, yeah, they want to be included, but on the other hand, they've lost sight of inclusion. If that makes any sense, because they're so obsessed with exclusionary stuff, things. So they want like the gatekeeping thing, they want things to be exclusive to them while wanting to be included. And I just don't think it makes any sense. Because I mean it
Yeah,
kind of has us
I
like in
agree.
like a standstill kind of thing because like just like with the Kendrick and Drake beef thing. When the I guess I don't know who it was who was telling the woman that they didn't have a spot to say anything because it wasn't their culture.
Mm.
What you were talking about earlier.
Oh yeah, they didn't want like but they basically saying that that discussion or any statements about that beef it was only for black culture.
Must only be made by black people. But like when I hear things like that, it kind of puts me in the mind of you can't drink from this fountain type of things. So it's
Mm.
just like you're doing you're being exactly like who you're trying to condemn.
But that's the point. Some
I don't think a lot
But
of
no,
people
what
actually
what
think.
I mean is,
Hold on, Miracle. Hold on.
go ahead, Miracle.
Land that point because I'm curious too now. That's the
because
point.
I feel like it's the bully mentality where it's like nobody wants to be on the receiving end of the abuse. So if you've been abused for a very long time, which is what's happened to black people in America, now it's like we're trying to flip the script. So a lot of that narrative comes from that mentality. We've picked up on a lot of characteristics of the oppressor or the person who put us down. That's why there's a lot of like, no, I don't want to be excluded. I want to be the one excluding others. And that's the problem. Like there's always this weird dynamic of you want to be perceived as better than someone else. But as people who have received that negative feeling, we shouldn't want to do that because we know better.
Yeah,
Why would
Mm.
we move ourselves from that
And just
mentality?
because naturally we are already in that position. That's the thing about, screaming superiority. If you were really that way evident, or you wouldn't have to
You wouldn't have
domineer
to.
over someone.
It would just be
So
there,
exactly.
which it
So
honestly
it's like,
is because people only steal things that are worth stealing. Black people were stolen. So therefore,
mhm,
by that alone, we're clearly worth something because they didn't just like not pick up boatloads of us, shiploads of us back to back, and then not release us, you know? So there's evidence within that warped way of kidnapping. But that's why I say there's a difference. Like when you bring up Spanish people, the Latin American community, or the Asian American community, a lot of them come from direct immigration, where the dream was to get to America. Black people's dream was to get the fuck up out of America for a very long time. So our perceptions are already different. You think it's great to be here because you want to eventually send money back. We never even wanted to be here in the first fucking place, and now we can't even figure out how the fuck to get back. So it's like we don't we don't see the idea of like being in one household the same way because we tried that in the sense of Black people were at one point forced and indoctrinated in the worst kind of way through slavery to be amongst one another and work amongst one another, and they warped our perception of one another. I don't even know what we would have to do at this point. That's why I'd be like, Dr. Umar be on to some shit, but I don't even know what we would have to do at this point for Black people to not think on some slave shit. That's what it
Gotta
really
go
means.
back to God. We gotta go back to our spirit. That's the type of people that we were,
But which
led by the divine. And that's the thing. Like I hear you when you say which culture. I'm not particularly, like concerned with that because at the end of the day, the Most High is the Most High. It just goes by cultures. The thing is living the principles. When you get past the indoctrination of religion and the the whole preaching of how the preacher tells you to be, and you go and you look and you figure out what a righteous person is supposed to live like. That's getting back to God. Through all the doctrine, you're going to see the same thing. So it's like ingrained in us. We know what to do. That's why I be saying like the things that we focus on is why we're fucked. Because all we got to do is focus on our original mind. Everything fall into place. How the spirit works.
Deep.
Which is funny because it's not even religion or it's you can look into quantum physics and equate the spirit to like how cells move and atoms and stuff like that. When you break down any theology, it's the same.
Yeah, man, I learned that too, man. Just like you say, like just any belief in a higher power, like it will take you a long way. And a lot of these books that's out there is just a good, roadmap for life. Um, and like it just, I feel like we fell away from that, man. And it might be our generation, that has to save. Cause we think our generation bad, but yeah, the further we get away from the spirit, it's already mentioned, like it's just gonna get terrible, which it already is. And, we just gotta find a way to bring it back, man. Like you say, like I think they just started back, putting stuff back in school, like the they put the 10 Commandments back in school. I believe it was like
It was
it's
in one
some
state.
yeah one state talking about making it a requirement. Cause thou
I was
shalt
gonna
not
say,
kill is a good thing.
I was
yeah.
gonna say, Josh, how many days away from Sodom and
Oh, we're already there, man. I mean, we've been
Wesley
there, man.
draws?
Oh shit.
We've been there, man. We've been there, man.
Into our next.
Has been very hot outside.
Yeah, it's talking about
Yeah,
global
go ahead,
warming.
Rose Gold.
It's been crazy. But
And I
okay, so
want
next one. Have you personally experienced cultural appropriation, and how did that make you feel?
Mm-hmm. All the time.
All the time?
All the
Said
time because
Mercury.
I'm Jamaican and it gets on my goddamn nerves. But but I've just learned that it's cool. It's whatever at this point.
You know,
Because well, Juice, you would notice because we grew up together pretty much. And like having locks is like now the cool in thing.
beanie hat, kind of. Probably want to smoke weed now.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But as someone who's really Jamaican, like I'm first generation, so my mom and dad both immigrated from Jamaica. That is not the way it is in Jamaica, at least not when I was a kid. And I was very much so reminded of that on a regular basis. So, you know, to see it over the years change has been nice to see, but it's also one of those things where it's like, y'all niggas better like really treat it the right way because real live, I've seen people lose fingers and all types of shit in Jamaica. And definitely for living the same lifestyle that people live here where they smoke weed and just have the little doo-doo locks and just think it's a look, would you be homeless in Jamaica? That's for sure. And that's why I say sometimes I'll be like, it's cool. Cause I like what's his name? YG Marley. His song, for example, everybody was like playing on TikTok and I would see it everywhere. I'm like, good, you get in the bag. I love it. I love things that are positive. I'll say that much. All the good things that come with it. But yeah, like as a Jamaican American, I've definitely seen niggas be stealing the Jamaican flag and putting it at every restaurant. Like, bitch, I know this ain't Jamaican food. This is Trinidad. Like, for real, I be like, I know this is some Haitian cooking in the back. Like, I know the difference. Like, you can't dupe my taste buds. I know the difference. But that's the only.
You can't fool me.
You can't fool me. I grew up with real Jamaicans. Okay, don't play with me.
You know what? I think that's a big part of protecting our gatekeeping. Cause y'all know I had that problem with the General Tso's chicken in Atlanta. They are not serving it with broccoli anymore. They're putting fucking bell peppers in that bit. I think,
Bell peppers.
yeah, man.
What?
Yeah, bro.
What?
It's
the
a problem, bro.
It's-
It's a problem,
I ain't
bro.
gonna lie to you. It's getting out here. Hey, I got General that Thursday. They only had 2. I was like,
Hey,
what?
bro,
What
they
does it
smooth
mean?
dude me
You
only
wanted
for
it.
2 pieces of the broccoli. I'll be
Like,
hot.
bro.
I'm like, hey, nigga,
That's
I
more
know this shit
disrespectful
man
than the
made,
bell
but I
pepper.
still need me a
That's more
little
disrespectful. They
faded
gave you
broccoli on the
two
side.
pieces
Nigga,
of broccoli.
That broccoli set it off for real.
Yeah.
let me get a couple of my trees in this
Just give
joint. You
people
know what I'm
two.
saying? Let me eat my little trees real
You,
quick.
you should just
Get my herbs.
not put broccoli in there. It's disrespectful to just give them 2.
Right.
And we
They put
ordered.
Yeah, I
Give me
be having to let
5.
them
Like,
know,
damn,
hey,
give me
hey, throw some
5. I need
extra
all them
broccoli on the
veggies.
side of that motherfucker.
It's
Yeah,
so
I
bad.
give me 5.
Let me tell y'all. Hey, this Chinese place.
Extra motherfucking broccoli, extra motherfucking sauce on my General Sauce chicken, you know what I'm saying? I can't just
Yeah, I ain't
keep
never
going
had
around
General
with some
Tso. Y'all make
fries.
it seem like it's good or
Yeah,
something.
that shit is
I was
busted.
just about to say that.
Man, you eating Chinese, that's the only thing to
They don't. We
get.
don't. Do we have that?
Fuck the fucking
Do we
motherfucking
have
I don't
orange
that?
think
chicken,
we
that shit
do.
is those hoes, nigga.
Y'all ain't got General Tso's down there? Wait a minute.
We
Y'all got
don't.
steak
I
and
mean,
cheese
we
egg
don't
rolls?
know. I mean, I've never
Oh,
even
no.
heard of it until you guys said it just
Google
now.
it. General
Yeah, that's
Tso.
why
General
T-
Tso.
It's,
Is that what
it's
TSO.
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 Yeah,
Let me
General
see.
Tso.
'Cause, I mean, I've never heard of
Oh,
it.
okay.
Y'all got steak and
General
cheese
What?
egg
Tso's
rolls
chicken.
down there? Got
Y'all
steak and
never
cheese
heard
egg
of it?
rolls?
We don't have
I,
nothing General Tso. We don't
Well,
have
that
that.
General Soul, that my
Y'all are in
life
the
right
country.
now.
Before
Wild
Nikki, I wasn't
time.
before in the country. That's for sure. Because Chinese people are everywhere. And if they're not by you,
I
that's how you know you're in.
can't.
It's Chinese people here. It's just not that type Chinese people. But
Wait a
we're
minute.
not.
Do y'all
We
have
yeah.
Are they
we
Chinese
actually
or are they
live in the
Vietnamese?
metroplex. This is like one of the biggest cities in America.
Yeah.
though? Y'all got steak.
Is that a
Now
place
that's a
or is
new.
that the
That's a
name of the
2000s
country?
thing. That's a new
That's the
2000s
metroplex.
thing right there. That's
Y'all got
2000.
steak and cheese egg rolls. But I ain't gonna lie to you, steak and cheese egg rolls have become blasphemous because they first came $1.20. Now they $3.
Yeah, they think highly of themselves and they think they're.
I think
Yeah,
it's
like
$2 worth.
I cook, so I don't really eat out. I don't go to like sit down restaurants that much. I just cook.
Yeah, me neither.
Are we not sitting down in these bitches? We ordering,
Yeah.
pulling up to the house.
I don't know if you ever been inside a carry out, but they look crazy. Ain't nobody
I
sitting
was
up
about to
there.
say, it be
Now,
glass windows and all that. We ain't sitting in that bitch.
Hey, them Jones be looking smooth, conductable. Fuck you talking about?
Outside either.
They
I
got
only
the
go
best food.
outside
The more
for
fucked up
real.
they look, the better the food.
Nowadays, I
hey,
spend
Holes
most
in the
of my
wall.
time indoors. Like I don't really go outside.
Same.
And then like within the past 10 years, I will just go to the same. Like if I was to go out to eat, I would just go to the same places that I was used to. I will never like try new things.
Yeah,
Like,
I was
I'm
at
gonna
work.
add
I
that
was
to
at
the
the
work.
Chinese restaurant number 5. That's what it was called. But I never saw the other number.
Restaurant number 5.
Wait,
Number
that's not the one that got
5.
shut down over there on Renaissance, is it?
You said what?
That's wild as
That's
shit.
not the one that got closed down over there, is it?
It wasn't on Renaissance, so
No,
I
okay,
don't think so.
no, that's China Star I'm thinking about.
I used to go to
That's crazy.
China Express.
They
China
think they
Express got me through college.
mm,
Okay, hold up. Before we get too far off the China
Okay.
conversation, gotta ask everybody else.
Oh wait, Juice. I just gotta say one more thing about this Chinese shit, bro.
Oh my
Okay.
We ordered Chinese food yesterday, right?
Mhm.
But y'all believe this place has a 4.7 on DoorDash and over 500 reviews, and they don't use cornstarch.
I'm fairly certain
Question
they
mark?
do because it's a Chinese.
They lying.
They don't
What
use
did it?
the shit. Taste. I think it's dog. Honestly, I still ate it. It tastes
I
good
don't
the day after, but I
know.
really think it's
It said
dog.
dog.
That dog, cat, rat, chicken equivalent. That's what you be
Right.
getting that motherfucking
Anything they
Chinese.
can find outside.
That's
That's
like the
what
main ingredient to
Because
any
even
Chinese.
even like even in the midst of a shortage, y'all are still
Yeah,
managing to get these ingredients.
I'm gonna say when
Uh,
shortage was hitting during
Oh
COVID,
man.
all of them carryouts had chicken.
What?
It was
What?
squirrel, whatever.
equivalent.
Squirrel, whatever they could.
That's
eat.
why you get the chicken with the
Jeez.
bone on it.
Of
What
Man, I
course.
don't
difference?
know about
Okay,
that.
I can
Chicken with
tell
the
the difference
bone.
between a pigeon and a chicken when it's fried.
Hmm.
hey, that ain't no lie.
That's a
Mm.
big.
To eat
It
a
don't seem
pigeon.
like them pigeons got
Might
that
be a
much
big
meat on
ass
them like
pigeon.
chicken do.
You fatting them up. Listen, did y'all see that cocaine? That cocaine?
Google that.
Man, I don't know,
Cocaine
but man, them pigeons be having heart.
You
Pigeons
said
are-
let me.
Yeah, 'cause I don't be knowing what you talking about. So I gotta see it for
All
myself.
right, talking
Did
about
you
that
know
chicken
about
with the
cocaine
muscles.
pigeons?
That's like
Like,
this shit that we ain't
No.
never
I'm
seen.
just saying that cocaine pigeon was fat as hell.
Pigeon,
Damn near
Oh,
chicken.
the backpack of drugs.
pigeon look like pop and
Yeah, the
bratwurst.
backpack. No, the one that was on the.
how does
They
I thought
placed
cocaine
him
pigeons
on
eat.
narcotics.
No, the pigeon stole some narcotics.
Yeah,
Steven ass. What was it say?
everything.
They
He know what he
hungry.
was looking for. He was look this.
It was a
Because he was
criminal
What?
pigeon.
Crazy. Poor pigeon.
But
Mm.
he big as hell, ain't he?
Mm.
Oh, I see a pigeon with a drug backpack, which is killing me because they put a backpack on this pigeon. I can't believe people do shit like this.
All
They
right, y'all.
smart. They
Because
smart.
we're not talking about drug trafficking.
Seen Demon
Any
Slayer.
It's the
We not gonna
ingenuity
fix
for
that.
me. That's what it is. That's what's killing me right now because he really got on shoulder backpack right now.
Well, they
I
trying to be
can't.
innovative. They know they can't shoot down a pigeon.
Mm-hmm.
That shit crazy.
Without them
Oh, well,
birds on Demon Slayer, they would have. Demon Slayer,
can't shoot
they
down
would have been dead.
I mean, like accuracy would you would have to have like stellar accuracy. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I was about to say I thought you couldn't do that now. I was about to say that's.
I
It's
mean,
just
Especially if that pigeon high for cocaine. That pigeon high for cocaine, you definitely gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be out on some Hawkeye shit. Shoot that motherfucker.
Feel it in the wind. But I say, Orion, have you experienced cultural?
personally, I've never experienced it. I mean, to my knowledge, no. The things like maybe I don't pay attention often or something. I don't fucking. I mean, I don't know, but I've never experienced it where to the point where I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? Did anybody see this shit?
Mm.
Like, I've not experienced it. I haven't.
Ag, you too?
Yeah, I'm same with him. I'm never really.
Cosmo.
I done seen, I mean, we live that shit every day, you know what I'm saying? But I done seen some white dudes with some, you know what I'm saying, some nasty rat tailed locks in their heads and shit.
God, I hate those.
You know what I'm saying? Like I done seen that shit. So it's not uncommon, you know what I mean? It's out there.
They just look very unclean. I that I remember.
Mm.
What about you,
Josh,
Bob?
you answer?
Have I experienced just with my home? I mean, I experienced it trying to be done, you know. Wait, what's the question again?
Have you
Have you
ever experienced cultural appropriation?
And how did it make
And how did it make you feel?
feel?
Like somebody was trying to steal something I do or something.
Or
But
culture like for black people, like specifically for black
oh
people.
yeah. So I'm a comedian, man. I don't really like that one guy, man. He just go up to black women and say all type of shit. What's his name? I
What's
forgot.
this?
He's a white guy, but he kind of gets off. You know, he's really
Oh, he does stand up.
nah. He's just like kind of like Funny Marco up in the alley, just doing pranks and shit.
Mm,
But he would
never
just
heard of
say
it.
all type of shit like, "Damn, can't touch that ass" and shit. Like, but he'll get a pass on it, you know. I guess cause he a comedian. So I'm like, bruh. And then I think it was about 2 months ago. He was saying the N word. Like, it was actually giving him the pass to say the N word. So I'm like, bro, y'all,
Oh,
this is like, wow. I forgot his name, man. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He always talking about a Hellcat or something like that. Let me see.
I don't know this person.
I don't. He
yeah,
might be
that's
popular, but he ain't on my algorithm.
yeah, mine either. At all.
Got a bunch.
Oh yeah, so the hairstyle thing being the main one because you know, I had jobs where I couldn't wear faux locks. I couldn't wear well, I had faux locks. That's probably cultural appropriation. Somebody else was dead. I couldn't wear bantu knots, but let a white woman come up there with hers. It's all right, you know. But when it was on my head, it was distracting, you know. I would say the way that I talk,
It's
I realize that a lot of the words and slang that I've been using all my life is really popular right now. So and they use it wrong. So when I use it in the correct way, like got, you know, like god damn, you know, they thinking that I'm talking about something else when I'm not. I'm just saying got, like you know, I could be working on something at work and I'm like, I heard my hand, I'm like, god damn, and they like, what? Why you say that? Who got a big butt? What? What they got to do with booty? I'm still confused about what that means. I'm still confused about what that means to them nowadays, stuff like that. And it's like all the teenagers, white teens, suburban teens, they talk how I talk now. So when I'm talking to people, sometimes they like thinking that I'm acting like a kid or something, or trying to be like, oh, why are you like he's talking like a teenager or something? No, teenagers are talking like me, you know. Other than
Hmm.
that, personally, like on a daily level, I don't think there's anything other than mostly the lingo. Mostly the lingo.
That lingo.
Hmm.
Well, I would say, I think all of us are seeing it in a way that like affects you probably feel some type of way. But just like
yeah.
Matrix, first movie, and then they tried to remake it with the happened with that. Care about that. There's also standpoint just how you know, ourselves and like even like Dapper Dan and all that, like suit stuff are taken from black people, other kind of stuff. But I'm gonna say this one is just like how we taken because think about it, most healthier white families they have a Caribbean like nanny or nurse or something, you know, taking care of their kids. Take that culture, that structure they have and put it in. That's how it goes.
Oh, this the guy right here.
Yeah, put your hand behind it.
Oh,
Put your hand
it's
behind it.
going to the
Oh,
background.
put my hand behind.
What?
You gotta put it behind his flat. What?
What
Slap
the
her
What?
ass?
Yeah,
What?
Why
yeah,
is
yeah.
her ass out like that?
You gonna have to? Can you remove your background or
Wait, how do
no?
I do it?
Nah, just hold your hand flat behind
Hold my hand like
Or you
this.
can send
like
it. You
this,
can
like
send
this.
it in the Discord so we can all look at it individually.
Oh, okay. I just put it in Discord.
Because your background is hiding it from everybody. Like it's stopping us from being able to see it.
And then last point. Now this, I think that black women should be the biggest competitors. They taking the black men.
What you mean?
The white women are taking the black men.
Oh, okay. So I
They
have a
ain't
thing
taking
about
me,
this.
but I might.
And how I feel about this is I only care about black men that like not care about like I'm not looking for a black man that only likes white women. I'm not gonna stress myself out thinking about, oh, why you not dating a white woman? I don't give a fuck. That's between you
I was just
and
about to
that girl you're talking to. You know, as long as you ain't talking shit about me, even matter of fact, even if you are talking shit about me, I ain't gonna let you get me outside my character. I ain't worried about it. There's plenty of black men out here who love black women
Mm-hmm.
from their head to their
That's
toes.
right.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And
I was just about to
so,
say, they be taking the ones. Okay, don't get me wrong. That
Yeah,
start
that one.
five that they be getting, sometimes that hurts. But the rest of these black men that they be with, I be like, girl, you can have it.
Ain't gonna lie,
Because I
man.
don't
These
want
men
the
be
yeah, I don't want the black man that's gonna be beating on us slash perverted or weirdos, and they be getting a lot of those. They don't be getting the cream of the crop all the time. Now they might look cute sometimes outside, but these motherfuckers be crazy. I'm like, bitch, that's why y'all keep getting chopped up and in barrels and shit. Keep on picking the
man, who
wrong
gets
one.
chopped up in barrel?
Yeah, I was about to
yeah, that's
say,
crazy.
Yeah,
But
black
one,
I
women.
didn't know that was I didn't know that was a regular thing.
one
No,
of the things
so
that I told myself I'm gonna do, I told myself, like I've been writing like stuff on my mirror, and I'm just like, don't hurt yourself trying to get somebody to see your light. You know, trying to prove that you're worthy to somebody. I'm not
Mm,
about to do that shit. So if a nigga ain't fucking with black women, hey, great for you. That's it.
yeah.
I'm not about to stress myself trying to convince you that we all that in the bag of chips because you should already know.
that part.
Yeah. Tell that nigga to move aside.
Mm,
The only thing I think that black women should be feeling some type of way about is the fact that they've made the silhouette of a black woman seem like, okay, we can outsource and get it. And as long as if you're another race and have the same body as a black woman, they get more praise. Like, nigga, I grew up with girls who had fat asses that was black. But as soon as an Asian bitch got a fat ass, she the baddest joint you ever seen. That's the only thing that will offend me. Because I'm like,
Talking about
where
what?
are they at though? Where are
she's
the
talking about
Asian women with the
they
big?
married now.
Yeah.
But they
Don't
but they
marry
done
them.
been ran through. They've been ran
Yeah, that's true.
Y'all see that? Where y'all at? I don't see that. I heard they in
we
Duluth, but
Yeah.
Saying things like you'll
we
be
got a little
post,
bit of
you'll be
everything.
a thick girl of a different race, and they'll be like, "Oh, black women look out," or "Black women in trouble." I'm like, baby, if you
What?
thought all I was some a fat ass and some titties, then
But
you could.
listen though, because I went to school
Let's
here,
go.
I can
Let
tell
them
y'all
know.
this. That was a thing. It wasn't because that they were standout people around. They allowed around, but it was that one white girl.
Yes. Or, which I have noticed as well, which is very funny because, going to a area that had a lot of like mixture of everybody, there was a tendency to not want to date who you fuck with. I'm one of those strange people. I really only fuck with black people. Like everybody else I know has dated or slept with someone who's outside of their race, and I'm like, no, I'm sorry, no, thank you. But in high school and stuff, I would see that a lot, and I'm just like, so you mean to tell me Shorty A, who got all of the right things on her body, you gonna skip over sis for Shorty B, who just she don't even have that much cakes, but they like she thick for a white girl. I'm like, what does that even mean? When you
I
could just get
mean,
actually
It
thick.
was exotic. It was exotic. Something that
now
everybody
Man,
sometimes it
never
comes to the
experienced in their
treatment
life.
though. Sometimes it comes to the treatment. And I must say this, like I gotta say this. I'm sorry, but black women, they'll say we the kings or whatnot. But as far as treatment, we ain't getting no damn king treatment. And at the same time, black women want the princess treatment. The king treatment don't even exist anymore.
I don't know who you
I
talk
don't
to.
know what
That's
you
crazy.
talking about. I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
don't know who you
I
talk
I
don't
to.
know
mean,
what
I'm
you
That's
just,
talking
I'm
about.
talking
Ain't king
about.
treatment.
Wait. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
No. I know it exists, but I'm talking about the general population, like what people are going, like what dudes are going through, as far as why they're going with a different race. I love black women. I ain't going. I love them all. But as far as what they've been through, like, and they don't have that fight in them, like to keep going, like that the dude that like just love a strong black woman, they're broken and they see it, like, it's like, okay, you say you love, you call us your kings, but at the same time they're not getting treated like kings. Some of y'all not getting treated like princesses or queens at that, but It's just saying like the majority as far as what's going on and like this society that we're in right now is not there.
I mean, I feel
Not
like
at all.
there might. I don't know. I don't know what the real answer for that is because I just live inside these four walls. I don't date for real. So
No, you do. You were.
Listen,
The
we
the
don't
way
have
I
to
best
talk.
see it is
And
just
so
is
that
people are not picking their
we're
bad.
look, but where I'm coming from is that as the black man, I don't see. Well, no, let me just speak. Black women are so beautiful.
Hmm.
They come in all shapes and sizes, all complexions. You know what I'm saying? Like demeanors. It
Hmm.
like there's such a variety. There's nothing more exquisite, more exotic than a black woman to me personally. I've never dated outside. I never, you know what I'm saying? So like for me, the whole thing with like the whole demeanor of a black woman or whatnot, it's not a question of how she's acting, but about how I'm presenting myself. So I'm never looking at a woman like she's ready made for me.
Mm.
You know, when I meet a woman, I know I gotta let her know what lines she can't cross and be clear about who I am and what my principles are. So she has a point of reference because I'm a man. That's just my place. Like, if she wants to be combative and all that, she can do that with somebody else because I'm not going to tolerate that in my space. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the way that you present yourself is going to determine how your relationship is going to go.
Mm. I feel like I feel what you're saying. Like I love black women too, and I feel like as just far as being raised with love and everything, it's kind of like people don't know which where to go, and like at the same time, what I'm saying is like black women, be like okay, black kings or whatever on social media, but when it comes to how they're treated and how we treat them as well, there's no love there, man. And that's just the majority, it's kind of crazy. You might look up, and find a good woman or a good black man, but it's so damn hard lately. Like people just giving up. They're like, I'd rather be asexual. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just love myself, and
it
that's
low key makes sense.
Yeah, but
It
nah, I
makes
mean
It do
that's
make
just
sense.
that's just the mindset because it's like that's the whole ideology that's being pushed is we're separating away from our women. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Like, yeah, they've been through stuff. Black women have gone through stuff. That's why the way that they are. They are the way that they are because they've been through. The only person who understands what a black woman has gone through is a black man. So it's our responsibility to show up for that woman and give her the structure that she needs in order for her to give us the love that she has inside of her because
mm,
through all the indoctrination and shit and the traumas that we've been through, it's not a clear and cut path no more. But the clear and cut path has always been through the black man for the black woman because that's how it's always been through any society, any culture. The women always look to the men for leadership. It's only in our community that we started, we got things fucked up and we turned everything on its head and we don't know our ass from a hole in the ground no more. But really, that's how it's always been. It's the point is that men have to stand up and be who we are, irregardless. We need to stop putting the pussy on a pedestal. That's what it's come to. Like the reason we get no respect in the relationship is because that's what she knows you're about.
mm.
You ain't got nothing else to bring to the table. Do you just want to get fucked on? That's why I said we have to get back to our original mind. We have to be principled and follow our divine, our divine spirit, what's inside of us, because that's what our guidance is. That's what a woman is looking for. That's what she needs. Once
Yep.
you get that down, you know what I'm saying? Everything falls into place. Not just women, but your whole life falls into place because that's what the divine has ordained. When you follow me,
Mm.
I will open up all paths for you. Everything will fall into your submission. That's
Right.
what he told us, the man, first.
Right. And the
Because if you
spirit.
follow the spirit, like, you know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying? I was born in a Christian household, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I adhere to all knowledges. But if you follow that word, the Lord spoke to the man first and he told him, like, I will give you dominion over everything. You just have to follow and submit to me.
Mm.
And then he created the woman and she was to follow the man because he followed God, not just because he said what the fuck ever. Because a woman should not just follow you just because you're a man. That doesn't make no fucking sense. Especially with most of these dudes out here who don't know, like I said, their ass from a hole in the ground. They don't know what they're doing.
And to piggyback off what you're saying, like I always say almost every podcast, like people don't know what love is no more, man. And it say, love is the spirit. I just say that, to match whatever, you follow or whatnot, that belief in a higher power is love. That's the only way that you're gonna know what love is and that you're gonna find love.
Yeah, but people don't want to use their common sense because love is a common sense. You, as much as you want to feel love, you want to be treated in a certain way. Everybody else wants to be treated with respect and kindness, considered, and they don't want to be lied to. It's like basic human principle. That's why it's like we got to stop trying to reinvent the wheel and just think. Stop looking at social media and listening to what everybody else is saying about how to treat people and what these tactics are that you need in order to get this and to get that and come up in life. No,
Oh
it's
my
human
goodness, bro.
instinct. You know what I'm saying?
This got real
Like that shit
bad,
is
yo. This got real bad. It's a guy that's like famous on here. And I kind of watched him because this guy that, he came out with this single mom song, which is, I mean, it's kind of
No,
funny.
not that guy. That guy
Look,
is
look.
he got issues,
yeah, that shit
bro.
was
Wait.
He got, but I seen him outside of his.
Okay, I know he has issues, but he's right about some things. And the guy that the
I ain't
Saint,
saying he wrong.
the Saint guy that he interviewed, this guy is damn near crazy, right? Okay, so a lot of men come to him for advice, and what he was saying, or one of the questions I watched one of his videos, it was like, what's a good conversation to have with a female? This guy said, ask her, does she believe in God? If she believes in God, you believe in God. But if she doesn't, you can just hound that how you want to. So he's
yeah,
giving
nah.
advice to
See, that's
dudes like, okay, if she don't believe in God, you can hound that how you want to. But if she believes in God, even if you don't believe in God, you believe in God.
that's how you know that these dudes out here is really little boys and not
Yeah.
men. Shouldn't be listening to what the fuck they saying because they telling you from the advice they're giving you that I'm only gonna be a certain way depending on how the woman. That's not what a man is. A man is a man. Is a man is a man. Man stands on
Just
his
being
principles no
deceptive.
matter what the season is. A man. He stands on what he's about.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way around it. She don't like what he's about. Her prerogative. You know what I'm saying? Like she has that right to go choose somebody else. That's always what the game is. It's not about what the man want. It's about what he stands on. He got that shit real bad in our community.
I guess we kind of got off subject,
Okay,
man, but we can
so
tie that back to what y'all talking about, with the gatekeeping and stuff, man. It's the same thing, bro. It's like,
listen,
bro,
we've taken a lot of tangents because I feel like I've been talking about kind of encompass. I'm mad. Y'all taking it. We're at the
Um, Yeah, can you share a story where you felt proud of how Black culture was represented or preserved? You want to start us off, Miracle?
I am so sorry, but can you repeat that question?
I surely can. Okay, so can you share a story where you felt proud of how Black culture was represented or preserved?
Represented or present? You know what? This sounds so ignorant, but I have to do this because for a very long time, I really used to love the fact that Black people can connect through films and like connect through music in like a very cute way all the time.
Crap, I was about to say that.
Just all the time. So if I were to be like, love that chicken from Popeyes, all of us can sing the shit or like any intro to like the kids don't run in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like as a culture, that is something that we don't really hone in on because I feel like every like the new generation that's coming in, like the little kids and stuff, they don't have no connection like how we have a connection. And I do feel like Josh, you're right. We might have to be the generation that saves everybody else. Because as a Black demographic, I feel like we are so connected to the culture of like our parents and even like our grandparents. Like we know their music. You know what I'm saying? Like I know the Jackson Five and that Michael Jackson was in the Jackson Five. But if I were to ask a young motherfucker right now, I'd be like, you know Michael Jackson, they'd be like, Thriller? Oh, I'm gonna slap you. He's not just Thriller. So I feel like there is something that I really appreciate about the fact that as a culture, we are connected through our music. We are really connected through like our crafts, and like this generation especially is connected to the previous generations. Like there's a bridge there, and I love that for us. Like I'm really proud of that.
I
I don't know
gotta
if
I
that.
gotta say a statement off of what you just said. The music is so important, and I just gotta share this with y'all, yo. One of my homegirls, she got a daughter. You know what I'm saying? She want to be a rapper when she grow up. So the first question I asked her, I was like, "Who's your favorite rap artist?" And this girl is probably not even in her teens yet. I can bet $1 million none of y'all would guess who her favorite rappers are.
I put money on it. Say Missy
not.
Elliott.
I
No,
was gonna say Lauren Hill.
no.
Favorite rapper?
Yeah, I give both. I give all of y'all 3 guesses.
Queen Latifah.
No,
Remy Ma.
The
no,
brat.
no.
Okay.
Got 2.
And how old are they?
She's not probably like 11 or 12. None of y'all would guess this.
Lauren Hill.
No,
Did I say that already?
Yes, I heard
Yeah, I said it already.
Ashanti.
no,
Said who her favorite female rapper is?
no. I just asked you her favorite rapper. It could be a male.
Oh.
Yeah,
we
we go.
heard female
You
rapper.
go
That's
younger
Nah.
now.
Yeah.
Tupac.
Young.
No,
DMX.
no,
Jay Z.
no,
Ass.
no,
Run
I got one more.
DMC.
no,
Big
Britney.
Smalls.
no,
Fuck. The
no.
old heads. Okay, it's probably Soldier Boy.
Y'all never gonna get it. I'm gonna tell y'all.
Is it anybody from?
NWA.
Yeah.
No,
Is it anybody from NWA?
What?
No.
Damn.
Is somebody from Present?
Rap.
Like,
No.
recent?
y'all want to know?
I do
Yeah.
wanna know, John.
Oh, yeah.
Boss Man
What era
D-Lo,
hip-hop are you talking
Boss Man D-Lo, and King Von.
Oh,
Oh,
Nah.
I'm gonna
Wow.
be
serial killers? Those are her favorite rappers?
I was like, what?
American know more about them than I do because I don't even know what it is.
Yeah,
I was like-
they barely got 2 hits.
I was like, how do you even know about King Von?
That little nigga was society.
Oh, Kevon, I don't know who Kevon is. I don't know who Bossman D-Lo is.
What? Yeah,
That's the guy that'd be like, want to get it washed? We'll go to the house. Want to get a
Yeah.
rabbit? We gonna get a
No.
mouse.
Pair of shoes, $250. You want to boss up your life? All you got to do is get in with me.
Yeah.
Wait, I think I know who y'all talking about. He kind of sound like Sugar Free.
I'm a walking ticket. That nigga.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
their
he kind
favorite
of sound
rap.
like Sugar Free. Y'all know who Sugar Free is?
Who the hell is Sugar Free?
It's a rapper. It's an old school rapper.
Yeah, you was
That's
telling me
like
about him because
KRS.
we used to talk
Feeling
about
like
Boss Man D-Lo. Yeah,
That's like KRS-One. People don't even.
that's
It's one.
Very controversial song.
Chris
KRS.
one.
I had to tell her, I'm
Oh,
like,
Sugar
man,
Free.
look,
Okay.
that type of rap might
I
not
know
be
you're talking
popping for
about
too
now.
much longer. You might want to, get in a different lane. That's a little dangerous there.
Hold on, I'm about to tell y'all a show back that people.
Listen, you right. We gotta say this next generation, Josh.
But it's a
Oh,
lot of
never
them like
mind. That was,
that.
that was
It's just
more
because
ridiculous.
they exposed to YouTube. YouTube, you can find anything. Like us growing up, we had to download shit like overnight.
Overnight.
Yeah, we had to download it. Like we had to leave that thing on overnight if we had the internet.
Wasn't YouTube still fresh?
Right, here
Yeah.
you go. Here you go. Look, tell me if you look that. Everybody in the thing. What is? It's a wooden sculpture of something.
I can't see nothing.
Not you have a what looks like what appears to be a artifact.
Hold on, Orion, don't say.
Okay, can we say it now? Because I know what it looks like.
I wanted the chat to say something.
The chat is inactive now.
It's a cassette.
Kind of like cassette
That's
tape.
a cassette tape.
Yeah, but if you go out in the street, like I don't see many of
Yeah.
a younger eye be like, what?
Oh, that's
Oh,
fact.
when you ask them to act like they hanging up a phone, and you know how like they say that yes, you can tell people age. 'cause
Oh
people-
yeah, and they can do this.
yeah, yeah, they be like,
The old head to be like.
yeah, hang it up. Or like some people they act like they closing it.
The funny thing is though, you can still hang up your phone like that. All you have to do is.
What? I'm gonna call somebody right now and try.
Wow. Hey, Juice, what was the last question about the positivity of gatekeeping? Was that it?
No. The last question.
Were you ever proud of something that was that your culture was doing or something?
Well, what are the potential benefits of gatekeeping? Was that the one you were asking, or have you?
The last one that we talked about was like, were you proud of a moment?
Okay, I got a moment. I got
proud of a
Story
moment.
where you so
Somebody
proud of
uplifted
how
the
Black culture was represented or preserved.
I do got a positive. I think we need some positivity, man. My homeboy, you know what I'm saying? He got a daughter that's a rapper, and he didn't let her get in the studio until she learned everything about the rap game. So he gatekeep her from the studio until she learned about, Grandmaster Flex, all that. She had to learn all that before she got in the studio. So I'm proud of that.
Yeah, so they should be informed about what they're getting into.
Yeah, because you got to preserve the culture. You're not just getting into there just so you can. I noticed that was originally society or the fame that came with, and of course the hope. A lot of these rappers don't make it. Nikki was saying she worked for a company that rented those clothes out. They don't even wear the clothes. They wear.
We bring clothes to people, and they send it back, and we wash it and rent it to somebody else. Yeah, I be over there doing repairs.
Doing repairs. I think most of those artists are just popular. They're not really notable artists.
I mean, some of the notable ones.
Yeah, but even we saw the movies of how TLC was still broke, and they were popular. They were very popular.
That's what Charlie was talking about. That reading. We used to get killed for knowing how to read. But
I'm about to say that you think about it now too, Josh. You just said something that get your ass whooped. Nowadays, it don't even matter. Go watch TV. You're not even getting this. You can't complete that reading homework. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Not like that.
I don't know, you guys. I feel like I kind of had a different experience growing up. Nobody was on me. I just did it.
Miracle, what
you're an oracle, though.
I was gonna say that the times are different because ain't nobody got no real grandmothers. My grandmother used to low-key hate on my mama to make her be a better mother, and that shit worked.
Low
Mm.
key, low key. No, for real. And I never thought about
Low
that till you
key.
just said that. High key, high key. Damn.
Not
Hey.
trying to be funny, but I feel like if there's no grandparents to tell them like, when you was a kid, I would have tore that ass up. If there's no person to like keep that
Oh my god,
back, then
Wow,
they're not
boy.
doing it. They need
man.
someone to tell them like you're not parenting correctly, so they could try a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Chain of command, that line.
Oh
Yeah,
man, a
that
village, man.
fishing from.
I don't know
Yeah,
how
because
many
I
y'all
mean,
got kids,
Big
but do y'all have a village that we had when we was growing up?
Hell yeah, my mom be sneak dissing every chance she get.
and I don't got them yet, but they gonna be at
Mhm.
staying overnight.
yeah. Bring them over here. I'm welcoming.
Yeah,
Come all of them.
we be reading over here. They mad right now because it's
Oh
summer.
yeah, nah.
But
No,
Chilling, man.
I do agree with you, Miracle, when you just said that we actually need well, all of you when you said a village, but we do need grandparents to I guess push the needle forward as far as like motivating parents to just do a little better.
that's
And
a
and then if if that was my kid, I would tell their ass up, man, hell yeah. Like
Mhm.
listen, I I dropped out. I dropped out of high school and I was out for like what 2 years, but my grandma found out and she made me go back. And
Mm.
I am very grateful that she did that.
Shout out
Like
to grandma.
yeah, she said, and it was too late for me to go back. Like she said, look, if I gotta fight like a dog to get you back in, I'm gonna get you back in. And she got me back in, man. But she was paying $500 a month for my tuition for high school, and
Dang.
until they found me some free schooling. But like the point is, like, had she not been there, I would have been enabled to just stay home and do whatever the hell I was doing. And shit, I wouldn't have the job that I have now because they require this. So
That diploma.
No, my
although
Yeah,
I
yeah.
although I don't really see her as much. Like I do like give a shout out to Betty Jean, man, because she
no,
she
she
didn't
most
have
Your
to
mother
definitely
name
is.
is Betty Jean.
Yeah.
country.
That's a
My
legit grandma name.
that's my grandmother's
Grandma,
name. That's what's
Oh,
both my
really?
crazy.
grandma,
Oh,
Yeah.
y'all
both on my
related.
That's
daddy's side
crazy.
Y'all related.
and my mom's side, they both
Oh,
that's
right.
sister
Yeah,
names.
it is.
That's a
But
bona fide
what I'm
grandma.
gonna say, the same woman, our grandma, she the only reason I graduated high school because
Yeah.
nobody was trying to give me a ride. We moved to an area where there was no bus, like nobody was trying to give me a ride, and my grandma
Yeah.
made sure to take me to school every single day because nobody else was trying to do it.
And she had to come and get me for school. I was not living at home at the time. I was put out. But she came and got me and took me to the other side of town to make sure I got to school. And then I didn't know that that was the beginning of her like her sight being like leaving her, but she was still taking me, and
Mm.
I was just like, hey, I feel bad like stressing her out. And then like the school was like, you know what, we're gonna get you some help. They got me like a year's free pass, like so that she could have a little rest with her because she was there for everything. Like when the school called like a parent teacher thing for the students, like she would come. But like when she showed up to my graduation and things like that and saw me walk across the stage, like I gave her the biggest hug, man, because it was because of her. Because like I didn't want to go back, I didn't. But
Mm.
she said my grandkids aren't stupid. Like just if you don't do anything else, just please finish this. You know.
Yeah,
So
man. Shout
I
out
was
to
like, all
her.
right, fine, I'll go back.
Hey,
Shout out to her.
hey, you know why she was that strong though? You know why she was so strong?
I mean,
We be having people praying for us that we don't even know about.
oh yeah, and she would always do that. She would be like, I don't even care if you don't want me to pray for you. I'm gonna do it anyway. And
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but
go to
she did
church and
more
tell them to
than
pray for you as well. I'm putting out a
she did
SOS
more than
so
just
you
pray
can
for
be
you
prayed
though.
for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She did more than just pray for them though. She both of them. She made sure she stood behind the helm and made sure they both was in school and finished
Man,
them.
yeah, but and then
That's
like
what's
I
up.
was
You
I
know
was scared to
what I'm saying?
misbehave. Man,
I
look,
wanted
look,
to go to school.
Shit.
Even before we moved to area where we didn't have like a bus or whatever,
yeah.
nobody was waking me up in the morning to go to school, get on the bus. I just was doing it. and nobody was enforcing it. I was just like, I'm gonna go to school because I feel like it was the only way out the hood.
Well, you need
So
your own movie though. We talked about that. You need your own
I'm about
movie
to say
though.
both of y'all could put together because I mean, listen, y'all little y'all I want y'all to know that because listen, it's hard. A lot of people now they don't see the of school, and it's gotten real crazy. Talking about the parents don't even back it because they don't believe. So it's so many people dropping out, but then they have no. They're like, well, there's so many opportunities out there, but they don't even know opportunity. So everybody want to be
what
new hotness.
entrepreneur?
Yeah, entrepreneur now is content.
I'm
If you're a content creator, it's the broadest term.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It
It's all
still
that.
takes,
Oh,
it
that's
still
true.
takes some type
Yeah.
of education. I feel like
Yeah.
for me, when I started streaming, like what I've been doing this for like a year now. Like I didn't have to like nobody really helped me. I just had to get on here and read everything myself. I had to understand everything myself for it to work. Like I don't know, like you still gotta know how to
Yeah.
read, understand terms. Cause like I first started out on OBS and I was like, I don't know what the fuck none of this shit means. Like any of this.
Oh, that shit gonna be in school in a little bit. Watch. It's coming to school.
Oh yeah, how to create
Maybe I
content.
can start a class. I've been thinking about what Miracle said earlier, how we not profiting off of stuff. We not starting to do anything.
But
Hey.
you know, if that's the problem. Like I don't know if you are the gate. I feel like they put you on a backwards because you're in a public school. They're always looking at what currently is making money, or but so they try to pump that by the time. So with
Yeah.
cybersecurity, and a lot of people were intelligent and learn coding. Coding is a lot of work, a lot of reading. Not a lot of people got that kind of. What I'm saying. So that wasn't the job to be. Now it's content trying to dig up minerals out the damn back to land. And a lot of people are not gonna be ready for that because they're thinking it's like, and I'm not trying to come at you particularly, Josh, but Josh, we don't evolve past that. Never past anything. You might have to take out your own trash for the rest of the goddamn. You might have to change somebody's diapers. So you never really pass nothing to. Like, it don't matter if it's the rodeo or if it's down in the dirt. But the thing is, we don't been so much. And the only job that's gonna be out here is for on street in like the next couple years because what is it that we're gonna be?
That's what I live in. Here I'm raising
Yeah.
mechanics.
Yeah.
I'm raising chefs. I tell my niece, nephews, son the same thing. Y'all gonna know how to do every goddamn thing yourself.
I'm gonna say that. That's why we gotta
One
make
thing
sure
I
we
know is
live.
the internet lies. It'll tell you lead is good for you, and you putting that as iceman. So what we gonna know is the basics, and then you could take it beyond that.
Yeah, I think it's good for us to know multiple things that we could like, or just even just learning stuff like how to do most of the stuff around your house, so you ain't gotta like look for anybody else to do it and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like all plumbing.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that,
Even fixing the
Yeah.
drywall, which ain't.
No.
Can I say something crazy?
Yeah.
Men. So the same. Look. The same way what Juice was saying, right, about us evolving past stuff. I'm trying to say, okay, the same way. Okay, I feel that I guess we evolved, but past bull riding, or okay, why does a black man choose a different race? A lot of men wonder, why do women choose a woman? I'm just let y'all know. My homegirl had this stud, and she built a whole back porch. She built a swimming pool for her girlfriend. My homegirl, this stud built a swimming pool.
How
And I'm
about
talking
me?
about this is stuff that usually a man would
Man.
usually do, but us as black men, we're ready to pay somebody to do that shit. Ah, this stuff knew how to do everything, everything. You
I don't know.
feel
They ain't no
me?
regular salad.
And as a man, I feel like black men. I mean, we used to be handyman. I mean, some of us probably still are. I know I ain't really like a handyman like that. I can build you a computer, but a whole back porch? Oh hell
Yeah.
no. We paying somebody for that shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you ain't no fit. Never mind. I ain't gonna say that. Never.
You're techie
Ain't no
handy.
what? Ain't no what?
Hold on. So you
All
asking
that still ain't
everybody?
an equivalent to having a man, though.
Okay,
Same.
hold on. Asking have
Yeah.
the ability, right,
Yes.
Josh?
He said he can build a back. I can't build no back porch. I'm sorry.
I
but
can't.
I mean,
Now,
You
I'm gonna
can't?
tell you
No,
this
I
story
can't.
too.
Hey,
Okay, so
B.
listen,
Watch the
I,
YouTube
I,
video. Bro.
I will be real. I was blessed, and this is wild to y'all, but I was blessed to have a taught me how
Hey, Doxymos.
Doximos. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying? And he built it for. You know what I'm saying we had to go down and build his
You ain't had
mistress
to say that,
basement.
but yeah.
Listen, you know what it was. But
This
no,
nigga was using child labor to get his mistress
listen,
a
out
fucking.
the way. But built her entire wall, bolstering, all of that stuff. So all of that is not have much to really just following simple directions.
Mm.
yeah. And I think it started for me from young, but there would be moments where I didn't want to do any of it. Like I'll never forget. I was 7 years old, and that was when my dad started making me do stuff. So like I would cry and everything. I don't want to do this. I want to play Pokemon cards and all that other shit. But my mom, she would be like, "Man, Papa, let him make it. He doesn't want to do it today." But then my dad was like, "Fuck that. You gonna come do this? You gonna come do this yard work?" So I would be out there helping him mow the lawn and stuff at 7 years old. But then he had me help him like redo a wall where we lived, and he bought this stuff in where he was like, "Man, don't rub your skin on this because you're gonna be itching all over, but you still got to do this." And I did it, and I was crying because I was itching, but he still made me do it. So like I mean, it's shit like that I really do appreciate. But then like later on in life, my stepdad, he started teaching me how to work on cars. Because I mean, I was just gonna pay somebody to do it. I got my first car, and I was like, "Oh man, I'm excited about this." But most people, their first car it ain't shit. So mine was going off while I was driving and things like that. But my stepdad was helping, like teaching me how to change oil and do things like that. So you kind of need to know this stuff as a man. And the building, was from my stepdad as well. He taught us, taught me and my younger brothers how to, at least operate a drill. But most of the stuff is really just, manual and look at it and put it together.
Mm.
And you can and like you said earlier, YouTube has everything. You can deliver a baby from YouTube instruction. Like so,
Yeah, that's what she said
you're
she
not
was
You know what
using.
I think?
you have to
Yeah.
learn these days.
I feel like you should teach one of our younger siblings how to change oil and start on my car.
Oh my God.
Not just trying to get free work done.
Yeah, I did.
Listen,
I did
But you
change
know,
my
but you know
rotor.
what? I got you though, because I do oil and I'll change brakes if you need them changed.
I would say, and then you can become a content creator. Her make and model on it.
I don't know. Wasn't I just talking?
But you can
Hey,
hear you now.
no, you weren't muted. You just made a facial expression.
Oh yeah, I was just making this. Oh, he
Your
probably.
mouth was moving.
I'll,
Mouth
I'll,
was moving.
yeah, I'll be doing that. I'll be doing that sometimes. I'll be like, oh, yeah. We were just talking about oil this
Say your
morning.
mouth was
My
moving.
friend was telling me she ain't got her oil changed in a whole year.
Did
I
she get it
believe her.
changed?
Every woman of
She got
her.
to change today.
That very woman of her.
Yeah,
Crazy.
shout out to the women's for not ever fixing anything on our car until the last minute.
I
Because
ain't
I
gonna
don't know
lie to
how
you.
God be holding on to us.
Wait until you hear a
It's
knocking
somebody.
noise.
I
It's
got
either your
one.
Or that's
prayers.
random music
I
up.
never got an oil change in that car the entire time I had it.
That's
It's
what
either
why you should
Interesting.
call somebody.
How?
a miracle.
Mm,
It's either your prayers or somebody else.
I think it's all my ancestors checking for me. They didn't
Yeah.
have a car, they had
All my
horse.
ancestors.
Just praying.
It's like we ain't got one, but shorty, you got one, so
In
we got to
the
keep this
future,
together.
right.
All the lights be on. All
I'm
the
about to
lights.
say that horse and carriage. My back used to. Yeah. Be over there.
Hey y'all.
My last car stopped on me in the middle of the street downtown when I was on the way to go get my nails done.
Oh, embarrassing.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
have y'all ever gotten an Uber and all the lights was on? The engine light, all the lights.
Oh no,
What?
I ain't never been in the Uber with a
Hell no.
I got it
I
one. I got it one.
Yeah, I don't Uber no more. Ever since
Right.
they told me how to room, I've been gone.
I tell all the females, get a foreign car because I just got my first Benz. And when I say everything's all covered, I just be going in for shit. I be like, something went click. They be like, girl, that's how it sounds when the keys jingle. Oh, okay, just checking.
That's the
I
sound
mean,
when the
shit.
keys.
No,
I
I
better
did
make
my business
sure.
dirty.
Shit.
I did my business dirty. Lord Jesus.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, we ready for the next?
The last question I never answered it.
Okay.
You did it?
It
Okay.
was
Can you share a story where you
so
feel proud of how Black culture was represented and preserved? That's one we was on that you didn't answer.
right. So I actually have two examples. So my OG original favorite story is just Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey and everything he embodied, his mission with the UNIA and unifying Black people across the world. That's my all-time favorite. And then more recently, there's a brother in Seattle, or in Washington State rather, who headed um, a campaign that passed a law about police accountability. So pretty much now, like, for if a police officer kills somebody in the line of duty, they have to, know what I'm saying, stand trial and all that stuff. And actually, a police officer who had murdered a young brother was found guilty under the law um, recently, got sentenced and everything like that. So the brother's name who headed the campaign is Andre Taylor. Um, Juice, I think I Dre, Gorgeous Dre.
Okay.
Yeah, Andre Taylor. So yeah, that's a story. It's been like it's just pretty impactful because he actually on the ground. Like what happened was his brother got murdered, and he got himself together and like I'm not gonna stand for this, and he pretty much unified unity and rallied the community to hold the police accountable for like the murders and everything. Like I said, they got a law passed and everything. Pretty cool to me.
Real cool.
You said his name was Andre Taylor?
Gorgeous,
Yep, Andre Taylor.
also known as AA.
Mhm.
Religion.
Did you ever answer the question, Juice? All right. How do you feel about the representation of Black culture in mainstream media?
Mm.
I'm about to say Bags. We're gonna do it. Bags, Charlie, Josh, Orion, Mary.
What was the question again, Vicky?
How do you feel about the representation of Black culture in mainstream media?
All I can say is not good. As far as I've seen, not good.
Okay, can you elaborate a little?
Uh, what is? Yeah, that. not
What
much
is
of a
yeah?
big.
What was that?
That's what I was saying too.
Yeah,
You talking about
with
Sexy Red?
yes. I'm not much of a big fan of Sexy Red and how like her popularity in the mainstream is big.
So what is it about Sexy Red that you don't like?
It's just the music. It's just I don't, especially nowadays. I don't listen to much rappers like her. Um, and their lyrics. Um, it's just that it just doesn't fit well with me.
You feel
And,
like
and
it's too like
how am I trying to explain this?
because I see that you
Cause
saying that it doesn't sit with you. I was just trying to see what it is about it that doesn't sit well with you.
can you come back to me? Cause I'm just on iffy about this.
Okay.
Mm,
Yeah.
I'm not. I think it's absolutely abominable. I think the representation of black culture in the media is worse. Like it's terrible, detrimental to our community. It like promotes the most hurtful and dehumanizing aspects of humanity, and it like everything is glamour and glitz and gold, and it's all empty notions. There's nothing really founded or principled in what we see in our media. And anything that does have a message is usually a message that promotes kind of like a subservient image, or like a stigma of how we are should be in a lower place. It's prevalent through whatever type of media that represents black people, more or less, more times than not. So I think as far as black media goes, what needs to happen is repurpose our image. We need to own our own image and change the narrative of what we focus on as far as black media is concerned, into things that are more uplifting and more um, like polarizing, to benefiting our community and to getting us out of this state of wretchedness that we're in, and things of that nature. uh that's just how I feel about it, and that's why I took the initiative of creating my company, Paradigm, and where I focus on doing just that, changing that image, getting behind positive stories to influence the community, and you know just get our mindset on something to help us get in a situation where we can take pride in who we are as, black people, as a culture, as a community, and reimagine how we see ourselves in mainstream media, and remember who we used to be before they took us from wherever we was at, and they conquered us, pretty much before they conquered us. I think it's a
Um, I really, it's like a double-edged sword to me, man. I really love it, man. Like, I really feel like, you know, there's so many humans, and so everything is necessary. And if we getting that dollar, you got to get that dollar. You know what I'm saying? And club scene been boring for a minute. I know a lot of y'all don't club or go to the club, but it's been boring. But Sexy Red, she may bring some good stuff back to the club. That's something us used to do. Um,
To the
you
club.
know,
I want to experience that.
yeah, like a good time at the club. Like the new generation don't even know about that. They don't know what it's like to
Yeah,
be.
bro, but I'm sorry, bro, but you don't live in the club. You know what I'm saying? That's like 2 hours out of the fucking week that you're gonna be out there, or however long, 4 hours. That's not. I don't. First, again, just going back, I'm not gonna beat a dead hurt. Like
Forced.
as far as yeah, that
Yeah, Yeah, I feel what you're
for
saying,
Sexy
bro.
Red in the club and whatnot. Like that's
Yeah.
nah.
I mean, I feel what you're saying, but I don't hate. You know what I'm saying? I'm 38 years old, bro. So I've been around for a long time. I grew up, when it was good music. My parents personally shielded my ears, and that's why I say it's a double-edged sword. So a part of me loves us in the media, but a part of me doesn't. Like as far as how we're represented, like with the whole Kanye and the people that we consider our legacies. I really don't. I'm not feeling that. But at the same time, there's some good stuff in there. It's good stuff. It's nothing new under the sun. When we was growing up, we had Trina and Trick Daddy. They was saying the same shit. So it's like, I grew up in Albany, South Georgia. We came out. It was the dude named Cotton Picker. We came out, finger in the booty hole.
Oh god.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, this is just that's just far as the entertainment end. But as he's saying, like abomination, it definitely is. I mean, it's. But at the same time, it's like if you looking after your family, as far as like my boys, I'm a shield their ears. You know what I'm saying? Like if I hear something on the radio, most of the time, me and my boys, we listen to white people. Like I turn to white, we listen to the pop. You know what I'm saying? Cause if I turn to the hip hop, as far as what's commercialized, it ain't good. Me and my boys not finna listen to no Sexy Red or no Drake or all this new shit. So it's a double edged sword for me, and it's like at the same time, like it's just so many medias going on. Even like I used to love the show Black Ink, but that was ruined by one person, messing around with a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like it showed black people working together, even though they was cussing, all this shit. At the same time, it showed black people working together and achieving something, achieving a dream, or just whatever the company trying to do. Love and hip hop. They got so much money now, but I feel like media is coming to reality to where you ain't really got no choice but to be real. Even like with Young Jock or whoever they are, and if they fake, it's kind of exposed. You know what I'm saying? And that's like you say, going to the club 2 hours of our life, but that's something that we used to be able to do comfortably. Like it was a club in Atlanta the other week. Volleyball girl from my hometown college, she got shot. She dead. So it's like shit like that. It's like, damn, we ain't have to worry about all this shit growing up, man. So with the Sexy Red statement, it's like I'm thinking, okay, maybe they can bring more fun to the club, flying back to the club versus everybody looking around mean mugging. And like you say, that's only 2 hours of our life, but that's something that we would do. I believe that even before the club existed, in Africa or something, we was probably dancing outside. Like I stay around a bunch of refugees. They always outside. They always having fun. And they fucking party. They ain't worried about shit. But us as African Americans, oh shit. Oh, you trying to have fun? I'm gonna show your ass fun. I'm finna shoot your ass. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like I just love the way stuff changing. Like even with the Cat Williams thing, Kendrick Lamar, I feel like it's all good. It's stuff being exposed now. Like even though it's bad for some people, this is gonna help the good people shine. Like okay, TD Jakes got whatever going on. Okay, whatever with Diddy or what not TJ. Just expose everything so we can get back to our roots of having fun and just being loved, man. Just with real people. It's just a double-edged sword for me, man.
All
Like
right.
like there's definitely a value in just being having a good time, and being safe in that. You know, definitely going out and having a safe time and being able to go to the club forever, how long you're at that would be important. But where I was kind of getting at was the fact that there's a lot more value that we put towards that lifestyle, the club lifestyle, the entertainment lifestyle. That there's other things that are important in the world that really could bring value to our community, but we're stuck in a mindset. We value entertainment so much that what goes on in the entertainment world with the celebrities, we are so enmeshed by that. And these guys are really manipulated, puppeteers. You know what I mean? Like Sexy Red was founded and she was put in there into the industry by the people that Kanye was going off on a tangent. Like that's where she came from. So it's like the focus is exactly where the people who have control want it. We need to change that because there's tons of stuff going on in the world that are important, that are revolutionary, that are happening from Black people. Like this dude when you know the whole incident in Flint was going on, and they poisoned the water, and everything. Was a retired vet. His name is Moses West. Created this machine called an atmospheric generator, which he could generate water out of air to help community. That's how they're surviving. Because you think about it, the whole notion of Flint, that shit just went away. Nobody talked about it. That shit wasn't resolved. So like, how those people, you know what I'm saying?
Getting
How are
water.
they getting along?
Mhm.
You feel me? So
Mm.
that's one instance where there's something revolutionary happening by a Black man, but our community isn't focused on it. Another example I can give
Well,
you
hold on,
is
Cosmo. Other turn and you kind of jumping
my
over.
bad. Can I just finish with the two examples? Like the
Right.
brother, there's a brother. His name is Julian. His last name escapes me right now for the sake of time. Just go on with it. He's creating, like, he's taking old plastic shit that they said was, you know, you couldn't do anything with, turning it into oil, like reusable oil. A Black man, you know what I'm saying, doing this. He's on Instagram. You can look it up. His Instagram is Nature Jack, and he's doing this. You know what I'm saying? Recently, actually, no. But yeah, that's just another example. But that's pretty much what I was getting at.
So you gotta come out with a post. I ain't know none of that shit. You gotta come out with something that let us know about that shit. I ain't know nothing about that shit.
That's what
I'm
I'm
just
saying.
saying.
Just follow my Instagram, Phoenix
Phoenix
RBG.
Paradigm.
Mm-hmm. Yes, right. Put it in the Discord chat. We'll get you.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
heard
yeah.
him?
Got it.
All
Orion,
right,
we on you.
all right. uh, the state of the culture in mainstream media at this time is laughable, and it's entertaining, you know. And I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh man, I don't like no damn trap music. Da, da, da. No, I'm gonna listen to it. I'll admit, but when you see videos of like small children like on TikTok, like dancing to the Sexy Reds and knowing all the lyrics, it's like it's heartbreaking.
That's bullshit
Like
ass parents though, man. Like my parents.
yeah,
I'm sorry to interrupt you,
I
man,
was
but
just about to bring that up. Uh, the the parents' minds have been penetrated before the children's minds were, because I mean, like, how does it get past you? You know, I know
mm,
kids have their phones and things like that. So I mean, it's inevitable they're gonna see it sometimes. You know, but you as a parent displaying those things, like with the girls with the Sexy Red, but then with the boys with the shooting or the drug dealing and all that other stuff. It's like they want to be a part of it because they feel like, okay, this is what I have to do in order to be, associated with the motherfuckers that are really about something, or if I want to be a rapper, I gotta have this kind of lifestyle. So let me go and make this kind of lifestyle, even though they know they didn't even come from any of that.
it's just cool. It's like
And
when we was growing up.
right,
It's just cool.
so seeing those things on full display in 1080p, like just in front of everybody, and it being praised and it being like it being glamorized is just like, yeah, so that's probably why a lot of people view us the way they do, for one.
Mm.
But
Man.
they're gonna generalize based off of the music,
Mm.
you know. Now I don't indulge in Miss Red, Sexy Red, but
That's red.
I do. I remember she made a really hilarious song with the like with that, and I
To
didn't know
walk
it
a
was her.
thousand miles.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
it was
like I
it was
didn't know.
really popular.
I did not know it was her. I thought it was just some random girl in a really bad neighborhood that was just singing that was making the song. I was like, this shit is funny. But then when I found out who it was, like I think like 4 years later, I was like, this is what music is being reduced to. But then like it's fun for people, so I understand it. But that goes back to the whole popular and notable artist thing. It's just like, are there any artists out there who are like giving a positive message for like young girls? Because even though some artists will say it, oh, who Cardi B was telling the kids to stay in school and all this other stuff like that. But like, are you really giving them that message and like walking the walk? Is what I'm saying.
And that same song you just talked about, Sexy Red said kids stay in school. Those songs you talk about.
Right? I remember that.
Man, I just feel weird, man, because I know like it's nothing new under the sun, man. So like, if we
You gotta let 'em back.
go back and listen to Kaya and Trina and stuff like that, man, it's so much, boy.
The difference is it wasn't glamorized. It wasn't glorified. People
Yeah.
like that music like that. It wasn't how Sexy Red is celebrated. It wasn't like
Oh,
that.
oh yeah. Now you got moms twerking with their daughters, you know. Yeah.
You saw
Right.
that
And
Video.
I was
my daughter. You
I
saw
was
that one?
no, I was gonna bring up like, okay, look, she cool, I guess. Like maybe as a person, she's a great person. Who knows? Red hair kind of throws me off, but I mean, maybe she's a good
Red hair.
person.
I
You
think she
Mm-hmm.
know?
is.
And I
Yeah.
got the pink
Yeah.
hair. Oh,
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Not too much. Cool. Okay, got
no,
it.
it's cool. It's
But
cool. I
no,
stand on everything I do.
yeah, I love you. So, the um the content of the songs though is is children are really impressionable, and it's gonna make a horrible next generation if they
We
think
gotta
that.
get a horrible generation right now.
Yeah,
What was
but
that?
we
What
tried to
generation do
mitigate
they
this
have?
earlier. Like,
The only
What
difference,
generation
we
do
don't
they
want
have?
it to
'Cause the generation
repeat.
right now, they're so entitled. So I want to know, was it the media that made them entitled like that? I don't
yeah,
know.
it was.
Yes,
I think we need
It's
it
yes.
though.
it's the accessibility. At our age,
I think we
we had
need
to
it.
sneak and watch BET
Yeah.
Uncut at 7:30 and
Oh my
8,
God.
9:30 at night, or
What,
whatever time it was. We had to
Miracle was
sneak and
talking. I
watch it.
couldn't hear it. What did you say, Miracle?
Miracle says we need. Go ahead,
I
Miracle.
feel like we need it. I always feel like we need sweet and sour. Like we need both ends of the spectrum. We need everyone who represents everything positive and everybody who represents something negative. Because only then can you say something is wrong. Like if you tell a kid don't do something, they're gonna look at you like the fuck
I need an
until they
example of what
actually
not to do. Type of thing.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's how I be like, as far as this question about like the representation in media, I feel like the representation has been the same since media was invented. They've always portrayed black people as lesser than, below, the servant, the Jezebel, it's never been a representation that truly made us look like we were worthwhile or presented in a positive light. Now, have we gotten more variety? Are there more movies and shows that include black people? Yes. But as far as the depiction being negative or having the not so positive depictions of us, that's always been there in media ever since they could, even in music, blackface, whatever you want to call it. So I don't really see that necessarily ever going away because that's just how it started. But
Mhm.
I feel like as far as the avenues now for you to come up and be represented, there's more. So that I think is a positive. But I love, like, I'm always gonna be seen as like, devil's advocate because I feel like we need the sexy reds. You know what I'm saying? Because for as many times as black men have said, "Oh, I want a high standing, high class woman," y'all still marry the Kim Kardashians, and y'all still marry the Amber Roses, and y'all still like y'all always seem to want one thing, but then marry the opposite. Or you'll say you don't want your daughter to grow up that way, but you dog out women. So if you're gonna ask for something, understand what that comes with. Sexy Red didn't become Sexy Red overnight. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like all of those things we need. So that way
Hmm.
it's a harsh reminder like, hey, if we really don't like this, we don't want our kids to be X, Y, and Z, and this is what sexy look like. We can't have them listening to this. We can't have them be a part of X, Y, and Z. You can't just have the positive and think, "Yeah, well, how did like you know who I like? I like Megan the Stallion. Okay. Yes, there's like a sexual connotation with Megan the Stallion, but I know she's educated.
But she
I know that she got a
graduated.
Yeah.
degree. You know what I'm saying? She twerk ass, but she also got degrees to back that ass up. You know what I'm saying? Like I like all of that. I don't want for there to only be one avenue of you can only be successful in black if you do it this one way. You can
That's
only
what I'm
be
saying.
successful if you become a
Is it?
basketball player.
Isn't
You can, you know what I'm saying? If you got bodies as a female, you always a hoe and you never gonna make no money. Like, bitch, I want everybody to make it. I don't care what tunnel you coming out of. You could get to the bag and you could be somebody worthwhile. Because there's a lot of hoes out here. Respectfully, I'm gonna say that. Shit, my grandma was a hoe. There's a lot of hoes out here.
Ouch.
My grandma was an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have every variety in there. And I'm for that. So I like the representation. Give me everything. Because at one point, once you see everything that's bad, there's nothing to complain about.
Mhm.
If you show me a pimp, I've seen pimp in every variety. You know what I'm saying? I've seen drug dealer in every variety. You know what I haven't seen? I'm gonna get tired of that and I'm gonna want to see something else. And you're gonna have to wow me with something else. I'm not gonna be entertained by that anymore.
Isn't Megan Thee Stallion and Sexy Red all natural too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Stop with that
Amen.
BBL shit.
Amen to
That's
that.
corny. Yeah.
Juice, what you about to say? What does that have to do with anything? Because
Yeah, I was
I
about to say
think
what they had to do with it.
I
I
think
but
Who, me? Uh,
Representation matters.
BBL agenda is what I don't like in the media.
I don't like BBLs.
The
I'm just
BBL
I'm
agenda
I mean,
is just
but see, and wait, Ralph, I'm sorry.
no, go ahead, Oren.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought her up, man. She's like the perfect example of like the heavy medium for just the right amount of like good and bad. I don't subscribe to her music like that, but I love Megan Thee Stallion. She's beautiful. She has a natural body. She's educated. Um, she also you know shows not only black women but women all over the world that you can achieve uh, a nice body without having to go under the knife and do all these things.
risking
So
your
like,
life
what?
and risking your life, getting
Yeah.
those surgeries and stuff.
So I mean, like it's hard work, but I mean, she did it. She got a whole deal with Planet Fitness and all that. Like it was just to motivate people to stay in the gym. But a lot of people just really want to take the easy way out, and that's where you get the BBLs and mommy makeovers and all that other stuff. But uh, her like women like her and Sexy Red with the natural bodies, that's one thing that should be praised. So I mean, like I'm glad you brought her up.
Sexy Red
I have
bagged the
a
prettiest
conversation
boy in the
with like,
game, Drake.
I would like to be her
Hold on,
friend.
y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let the host.
day where people were saying that Sexy Red and Megan Thee Stallion are basically the same. And one of the biggest differences I noticed that Megan, like she actually uh stands up and has a voice when it comes to black issues. Meanwhile, Sexy Red, I feel like she panders to white people. Like I feel like she
No,
panders.
you're
Like she
right.
got like she got like a whole like thing going for Trump and stuff. Like taking the like I'm trying to see. I seen a video of her the other day pretending like she was getting head in the office and stuff like that. And she got
Not
the
Bill Clinton.
yeah, and
Mhm.
make it make America sexy again, and then just hanging out with all these Republicans and stuff. Things. I don't know. I just feel like she's being a minstrel.
Think about
About how um black culture is portrayed in media. I feel like right now, although there are a lot of, you know, things that could be seen as negative being portrayed in the media about black people, I do like that there's black people on TV. Like there's like I could turn on TV and there's black people everywhere, and I like to see that. So I can appreciate that part. Mm-mm-mm.
So what I want is not truly in between because I know for a fact that right now are at time as far as the portrayal of black people. Problem is was other people. Now we do ourselves and then make
Hmm.
and then that's where the real because once it's gonna be a downhill. Like okay, well, Sexy Red has to do all this other kind of stuff. It's like you're not giving availability. And there's literally another woman in the got Megan Thee Stallion, who's literally obviously higher up in the game because of all the things that her to instead of being handed. And then on top of that, we are so hyped about all this network going crazy. Bag them from the Bad Girls, Jocelyn's Cabaret, go on television, fight each other. They think that that's not even. At the end of the day, I don't care about why y'all choosing to fight like this on television on the constant basis. That's not attractive at all.
I
You're not
think
even acting like the ladies that y'all gonna beat. I didn't want to go loving Real Housewives and stuff. I become nobody Real House. I wouldn't even make you a housemaid. Acting like
Housemate.
the only thing, Juice, about that show is like, if Jocelyn can do it, anybody can do it.
can do.
That's the thing. That why I love it. Ain't they showing ass and titties on there?
And Josh, we're on the same page. I
See, that's
feel
the
that.
problem right there. See, that's
No, it's
it's gonna
not.
get worse because then it's next. It's gonna be the next girl, Karen, the next Karen. So now they showing Ding-a-ling.
No. So
It's
at
not
first it
that.
was Zeus, right? Zeus and Jocelyn and all that shit. Now that's TV with Jock and Corrupt. They got their own TV show. But what's happening is
I be watching them this shit, y'all. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
like
I was
it's
just about to
like
say that. I'm just like,
anybody can do it. I used to
I
watch
watch Gotham Cabaret. I didn't watch anything else.
anybody.
okay,
I
well,
didn't even watch that.
Ain't nothing to do. Motherfuckers fighting, pulling
Right.
hair, and come back and
And
do it.
honestly,
We
like,
grew up on that though.
They
That's
coming back to fight
normal.
each other and stay in the
yeah,
same level
but
the next season.
Flavor Flav, I Love New York, Chance,
Well,
and
yeah,
come
that's what
on
I'm saying.
now.
This same shit has been coming
I
out.
watched all those shows.
But that's what
Yeah,
listen.
like
Even
that
when those
one.
shows came out, I didn't like the Flavor of Love.
You
That was
did.
trifling. Nah,
Yeah,
never
that was
did.
trifling.
That was kind of
Trifling.
It was crazy.
It was. I watched that though. Ain't gonna lie, but I'm like, you don't get tired of it? Like,
I
you
even
don't
see
get
the
tired
second
of
season
it?
when
Sure.
they came
I think
out.
that's
Okay,
all.
okay. Black King. Did you like Black King?
Ratchet TV to me, like
I barely watched Black King.
That was a good one.
No, I didn't watch it.
That was a good.
I'll
Y'all
have to
missing
watch
out.
Black King. That's when I was getting off the Ratchet TV.
What did I watch? Okay, so I think I watched The Real World, Jersey Shore. I don't think I watched any
White people being ratchet is different.
Yeah, I don't think I watched anything crazy. But you know what? I know I would come in the living room when you were watching Bad Girls Club.
Yeah.
You
like,
see
what?
making the band. It's like that would have been a time.
I
Oh,
did
yeah.
no, I did watch Making the Band.
I want to
Man,
go back and watch
And it's
that now.
classic.
Shout
I feel
out
like
to
all the time these reality TV shows we're giving people careers and platforms that did absolutely nothing but fight and argue to get it.
yeah. But then what they like? Honestly, when I see it on social media, because they play like 30-second, 45-second clips on Instagram or something like that. When I see it, why am I seeing this? Like get it out because I don't want to see them fighting. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
back then when I was like, it used to be entertaining when I was a teenager, but like now I'm just like, dang, like that's just not ladylike, man. Then like, for all to say that you beat a bitch ass, and now you walking around when a fan sees you and tries to take a picture with you, you got a black eye, like
Or
it,
missing
it,
tooth.
it,
Or
Or
missing tooth.
missing tooth. That's
or
wild.
or a missing tooth. Wait, who's missing a tooth?
Or a chip tooth. Chip tooth is
Okay.
worse than a miss.
Not Creation. Krishan.
Oh,
She lost her tooth
Right.
on
Oh,
the
man.
reality
she
TV
did
show.
lose her tooth. I forgot about her. But that exactly that. Like that.
I
You
mean,
you want to get knocked in the face, and like you never know. Like you can never, some hits you can never recover from.
I don't
If you
I
get hit in
don't I
the
don't watch
if
it
you
for the
get hit in the
fighting.
head just right, you'll go into a seizure, or you'll probably go into like shock and never be able to talk again or something.
Right.
And the
Remember
only
back
the
then?
only show that had me feeling like that was Black Ink when Caesar and old boy Ted was beating people ass for no reason. That's the
For
only
no
time.
reason.
Man,
For no reason.
they almost paralyzed this guy, one guy, man. But look, I watch shows called The Women Are Beautiful, or it's either like black people working together. There's a big
Right.
opportunity on the line that they're fighting for, stuff
I gotta
like
go to the
that. So
restroom now.
Watching none of that. I watch shit where white people be doing wild shit like Game of Thrones. I love me some Game of
I
Thrones.
love
Oh,
Game
that's
of
a good show.
Thrones. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's my shit.
I don't really
You
watch it anymore.
Y'all watch Fat People in the Woods?
No,
Fat
that sound
people in the
interesting.
woods. I watch
Yeah,
Naked and
never heard
Afraid
of that.
sometimes when they come on.
Listen, you know what's funny? In my home, first off, Fat in the Woods,
Love me fat.
it first started airing. Now, my homeboy, but
Oh,
fat guys in the woods. One fat dude and one skinny dude actually done the survival. Sends him out there and he be like, look, this is about you going about 500 miles away from your nearest land. And he like, what the hell? Come back out there and check you after a day. Survive. Like, it's
What
a
is
funny
that?
show.
When's
Yeah,
that come
for a
on?
long time without eating.
It's on the Weather Channel. That's what I'm saying. They
It's on the
gatekeep. They
Weather
little. They I'm about to say on the clip.
The Weather
The
Channel.
weather. It's on the Weather Channel.
I don't know. I like game shows. That's the type of I like
It's
game
a funny
Yeah,
show
yeah.
though.
Yeah,
Listen,
the
they be
Weather
having them
Channel.
out there for a week, having to keep their own.
We need to
They
have a
gonna
game show.
Hell, they
Let's
got
have
be
two
a
making
seasons
it.
of it too. They got 2 seasons.
Yeah, Fat Guys in the Woods.
let's have a game
I'm
show
check it
one
out.
day.
I'll check it out.
Let's
I
play
wanted to
games.
go on a game show, man. Like if I could ever do reality TV, I'll do like a survival show.
You need to get on the game for Netflix. Watch that. What's the
I want to do
Korean
Family Feud.
show? That Korean show that came.
American Ninja
Squid
Warrior.
Game.
No, the
Squid
one where they
Game.
was Squid Game. They got that as
Oh, it's like a reality like
yeah.
TV show. Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
do
we should
it.
do
I mean,
that.
like, I would like to do like survival stuff though. Like I mean, I was a Boy Scout. I want to see if that shit really work.
You should do Ninja
I don't
Warrior.
know.
That's
no,
what
they
I
got,
want.
no, they got one for that too. It's called
American Ninja Warrior.
no,
American
the
Ninja
Trust.
Challenge.
The Trust.
Yeah, they had it. It was in Las Vegas. I think that's what they was doing. American Ninja Warrior.
That's another one called The Trust, where you gotta pass and y'all out in the woods. Got a chance to win like
I would do that.
And we can do a small show at DreamCon. And we
You
can
had
do
me
it.
at money.
He said, you had me at money.
Do a game show though. I ain't trying to do no. Y'all trying to make me work out.
No, I mean that's right up my alley.
I ain't about that life.
You can call it Lost in the Desert. Lost in the.
I'm
I
gonna be
would do
lost
that.
in the
It's
desert.
I would do
Lost
that.
in the desert for real.
I don't read stars.
Or we could call it Black in the Desert.
That's even
A week.
worse.
I was just about to say that's
Who
even
tuning
worse.
into that?
Worse.
Why y'all out there getting blacker?
I was
You
just
don't
about
like
to say if
black.
I have sunscreen, I think I'll be able to do it. But other than that, no, I can't.
Well, it shouldn't even be called Black in the Desert. That's just gonna be called These Niggas because people gonna be looking around like, ain't no way you out there for no reason.
Right.
Be a-
It gotta be some money involved.
Hell no.
I'm
Like,
telling you,
because-
real.
it's
If
gonna
it's
be a
money,
good show.
maybe.
because there ain't no black person in their right mind gonna be out there.
Right.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. Every season we gotta go to different deserts.
Different deserts.
Not different desert.
We're gonna run out of deserts.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all ever
Oh
seen
my
this
god.
show, MXC, Most Extreme Elimination Challenge. It's like a Japanese type show. Like
Let me find that.
it's called MXC.
Let me see.
Hmm.
Listen,
You
overseas
black?
they
You black wild
doing
boy?
bro.
Hey, wild boy, if you ever want to get into Discord with this podcast, man, let me know, bro.
Yeah,
That
it's
dude
called Most
funny.
Extreme Elimination Challenge. It's a Japanese show where there's like challenges like the American Ninja Warrior. That's what's called.
Josh, are you
Similar
streaming?
to that.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
been
he's
streaming.
streaming
Yeah.
on
Oh,
YouTube
Oh,
and everything.
I didn't even know that. Oh
yeah.
wow. Oh,
Nikki, for the sake of time, I think we're going to skip.
okay. I'm trying to get Josh's stream up. So give me a second. You
On
not
Twitch
streaming?
too, Josh? On YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube into it.
Oh Lord. I was. I don't even be opening YouTube app.
Yeah, get on that YouTube.
Get on the YouTube.
Yeah, that what the money.
Trying to put in the, I put
I need to take my lo-fi over there.
Okay, hold on. I think
Play
I
Baby
know
shoot.
lo-fi all
where it
night.
is.
Oh, it's delayed. Like motherfucker. Where the mute
What is-
button at? I want to mute it.
Okay, I don't know if
I
y'all
don't
can
even know how
see
to
it,
work
but
YouTube. Y'all how to
oh,
mute this?
my bad. It's too bright.
I just gotta turn my phones on.
This is too bright. This is it. You can
Never
see it.
seen it.
MXC.
Never seen this show? Yeah, MXC.
I'm
that's what
searching
the
it
show
right
called.
now.
Yes.
Where the mute button? You know what? I can't do this. I'm going back to Twitter. I mean to Twitch.
What happened?
I already know it ain't had no mute button.
Oh wow.
I ain't know
back
her.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay, hold on. I'll go to the next question. Watch. All right, you guys. So, how do you what do you think some effective but what do you effective way Black culture without alienating our allies or other communities? So how do we gatekeep without putting outside of
Is
Okay.
that possible?
Yes,
I don't know. I don't think that's
there's no possible way
really-
to do that.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Because I thought that was the whole point of gatekeeping.
No, because I mean, there's several other cultures that don't know about happen all. They still,
That's the thing. We don't know about it. They ain't never
Yeah, but do they gatekeep it
They
or do
never
you
let
just
us
not
free.
know about it?
For
Okay,
real.
it's not.
no,
Everything we got
that will
broadcast.
be them gatekeeping. Because if we don't know about it, the
Mm.
opposite
I
is
mean,
we tell everybody about it, and it's like nothing to.
That's
But do we tell
in
everybody
my chat,
about
they
it?
said lay the ground rules and stand on business, but niggas gotta be on the same page, and niggas ain't on the same page, and that be the issue. Niggas don't be on. I mean, people don't be on the same page, so it just be like that.
Everybody, right? They see the 10 Commandments.
Right
say,
now,
well, wait a minute.
the biggest for me example for that is that there's people out there giving out N-word passes. I'm not giving those out.
Yeah, they definitely
Yeah.
are.
That's an example of
Yeah.
people not being on the same page.
But see,
What you
there are
think?
also
What you have
people
for-
like within the same community that are policing like whether or not you even qualify as a Black person to do certain things. Like
Yeah.
within
Everybody
the
goes with me, period.
what?
Talking about the black card. If you got a black.
Yeah.
Well, mine's been revoked probably like 8 times in the last 2 years, so I'm fairly certain it's pending review. It's pending review right now.
You not
is
alone in
crazy.
that. I got a homegirl. I tell her all the time her application is on my desk. I have not stamped it yet. Because she don't know no Black movies.
Oh
She
wow.
she just don't know nothing of the culture. And I feel like in order to get the Black card, you gotta know the culture.
What she look like? What she look like?
But she about to marry an African man though.
Wait, I couldn't hear what'd you say again?
Why is your black card being under
Revoked?
review?
Oh. Or maybe it's suspended until further notice. I don't know.
You know
But,
how to play
renew it?
spades, bro. You ain't the only one.
Right, you ain't renewed it.
I do not know how to play spades. But it's
Mm.
it's not just that.
Yeah,
Certain
you said.
I don't know how to
certain
play
artists.
either. Can't steal. Anybody checking for my damn
You know what? No, fuck that. Before I even answer your question, that's another thing. The gatekeeping spades, how to play it.
You know what? You're right. Because why y'all ain't teaching nobody, but you want to try to say that?
They
shit?
they
That's why I
wanna
said-
they wanna teach us.
And then they just laugh at you.
They wanna teach us, but they wanna do it in 5 minutes right before they play.
Okay. Okay.
They want to teach you about beating your ass in spades.
I'm
Right.
sorry. I was raised where they taught y'all how to.
Well, they ain't
when
I was
they-
about to say.
they gonna laugh at your ass. Okay.
What, that crazy? She don't know how no black movies. I'm trying to figure out how she look.
Well,
Like,
right.
gosh, not-
Okay.
not- no.
So,
Oh no, my bestie
well,
is.
that's one thing. Not knowing spades, not knowing certain artists, not having not seen Black Panther. That's another one. Also,
Gosh.
It's
Okay.
giving you and my bestie
Calm.
probably have the same application on my desk.
At least see the first
almost
one.
identical.
From our
Also-
childhood alone and the things we've been through, should nobody
Hold
get
up.
shit. Nobody
All
get
right.
That's what I'm
You seen
saying.
Dead Presidents?
Have you seen? Then
Appreciate you, Dubs.
Yes.
Tyler Perry is not
Okay,
black
okay,
culture
That's
though.
not even a thing. That's not
That's
even
not.
because all
Tyler Perry is not black culture.
Tyler
Yeah,
Perry
that
has
was-
all black cast movies. He is
non-black
black.
people love
He is.
Tyler Perry. Period.
Do you know
I
who
don't-
Hillary
first of all,
Banks
Tyler
is?
Perry is a horror movie maker to me.
He is. He
Okay.
makes horror movies. Like as far
Okay.
as the culture is
Yeah.
involved, not great. But
No.
See what else?
You seen Dead Presidents?
I have
good
no.
job.
Hey, 29, just figured out space. I'm 29.
Do you
and
know
I-
who Hillary Banks is?
Everybody knows who Hillary Banks is.
Okay. All right.
What else did they say?
Oh, now me and this man grew up in the same house.
Who's Debo?
Oh,
Who's
Debo.
Oh,
Debo?
you said who?
no,
You said who?
Yeah, he's Friday. Yeah, I know who that is.
Okay. All right. All right. You safe?
Okay, so my responses to people politically most of the time at work. Black card gone. So what else?
Hold on. This one right here is all you need. What do you say to the police?
How are you?
That's why your black card got. That's
Okay,
your
wait,
black card.
Right.
Wait,
Right. Depending
Said
on
I'm Debo.
And what context?
Mhm.
You talking about what do you say to police? And I'm like,
You don't say nothing. I'm
Don't
not
say
saying
shit
shit to the police.
Not there.
Yes,
you know what
The
I-
fuck?
I've not had that kind of run-in with them before. Like but
Listen,
oh,
my father was a judge. My uncle. That's what I know. Facts. Okay.
You
my
don't
God.
say shit.
Shit.
I don't know.
You can
I done
blow
figured
up.
out you supposed to
there's
lie.
police in
What?
our family that fucking hates my ass.
I'm
I
like,
still haven't had that kind of run-in with them.
you smell
Also,
what?
having not, I've never owned a pair of Jordans before, and that's a huge thing apparently. But
Like
uh,
ever?
that's
I mean,
all I
only
can.
Like not even on accident?
I'm about to say like the
No.
aunties never bought
Not
you
even
one?
not even a
Somebody
black
bought
market. Not even a black market
No.
Jordan, like the
No.
bootleg one.
you. You said
And,
black-
and,
yeah.
and, you know, and you know what? You would think. You
Now,
would
what do
think
you
shoes
have
are
on
pretty
your
nice.
feet most of the time?
what?
Fucking shoes.
What do
shoes
you be
like?
wearing most of the time?
I mean, y'all brought this up earlier.
Lacoste, he be wearing the alligator Lacoste
Crocs? You be
shoes.
wearing Crocs?
Huh? Who?
Crocs?
Oh, that's what
Oh,
I. That's me.
oh, God,
That's what I-
no.
Nikki, you had me scared for a second.
I wear Timberlands.
Oh
You
wow.
wear slave,
That's a New
slave
Yorker's
shoes.
fucking
I'll be wearing-
Nikes.
I don't wear them. Like, look, the reason why I wear them is because it makes me appear taller. That's-
I need even to get me
There's a
some
Nike boot
Timberlands.
for that, but all right.
Listen, they are Nike boots, but the problem is, Nike got the G.
What is the Jesus one?
I gotta get me some Timberland. Nah, he said that jump make you look taller. I'm gonna get me some of them.
They do.
Yeah,
they-
what
they-
Timbs
that's
is
the man
those?
heel. Timberland is the man heel.
It's a man heel.
It's a man.
But that's all I can think of right now. But I mean, it's been revoked a few times.
I-
Well, the reality is, did you
And
let
when
it-
you said say hello to the police, that would be the
That'll
ultimate.
do it.
I
So,
mean,
In the spades will definitely do it.
saying that shit to them because when he asked that question, I'm like, why would I be talking to the police? That's my
That's
first
what I'm
thought.
saying. You
Like,
don't say shit to the police.
Wait, so the police pull y'all over, y'all don't say shit?
what?
When the
No,
police
you
pulls me
say
over,
something.
I respond by the actions that they're requesting.
Right,
Good evening,
yeah.
ma'am. Can I get your license and registration?
Uh,
Here the fuck you go. I'm not talking to you.
No, I just
And
tell them, hey, how are you? I am concealed carry. I have a weapon in here. Da 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 da. Like I'm just gonna say all that
okay,
before they
so
even.
you're
That's
very
smart.
informative.
Do you have
Mm-hmm.
any weapons in your car?
Just
You ain't even have
offering
to
up
ask.
information.
But then also, like I walk up to police and ask them questions about stuff. Like I mean, like I don't
Guy.
not say anything to them.
I'm not talking to them.
I feel
Do
like I
you
ain't got
do
no
you
reason to
lie or
talk to
tell
a
them the
police officer.
truth? Do you lie or
The
tell them
only
the
time
truth?
I've ever really talked to a police officer when I was working at the gas station because I had to check them out and they got free coffee. That was it.
Free
That's
coffee.
That was a thing for real. They
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
get
they
free
get
coffee.
They get free
free
coffee
coffee.
like
So
everywhere.
Nasty ass
I
coffee.
got shit for having the gas station I work at. I had a hat hanging up in my dash, and they used to let me just get away with shit. They used to pull me over and let me go.
Mm-hmm.
Said,
Oh, they
you
do
know
that.
what? I'll be back later for a free coffee.
Bro, don't say shit to the police.
I'm
Don't
telling
say
you.
shit to the police. No,
My uncle,
that's a
a
universal
sheriff.
statement right there.
I'm about to say I was over there helping him cause that they don't say shit. I'm
The
telling
drug
you.
hounds.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna come for you which way or no other way. Don't give them
I mean,
nothing
but if you don't,
extra to look for.
I mean, the only time, no, the only time I've had a bad run in with the police was it was my own fault. Like I was being
For the
stupid.
Are
record,
you getting some things? You
I
know
don't
that time? You
disbelieve
remember?
half of the occurrences don't be people's fault, but I still ain't giving them shit.
Wait, what'd you say, Nick?
Listen, you remember when that white man tried to run us over and the police got mad at you because you was over there mad that a nigga tried to run you over and he was telling you that you need to calm down? You don't remember that shit? We was walking down the street and this white man tried to run us over twice, came up over the curb and came the other way.
Oh,
And then we crashed his
on the
car
south
and
side.
so the police was right there and we was trying to tell him what happened. He was telling you to calm down. Like, what the fuck? He was telling you to calm down or you was
Okay,
gonna
yeah,
get
I
arrested.
remember
Like,
that.
this motherfucker ain't trying to hit us.
I mean, what should I be on go? Well, so I mean, I would have understood, but I mean, but yeah, I do remember that.
Hey,
That shit, wow. Like, you got every right to be upset when we
Right,
children
I almost died,
walk into
nigga.
the store and the motherfucker try to run us over twice. Twice.
man,
I do remember this.
somebody prayers, man.
Not twice.
Twice. We walked on the sidewalk and he came like going this way and he came up over and we was like, and we like, damn, what the
I still
and he
didn't
turned
understand.
around. I couldn't do my own like that. He turned around, came back, and tried to hit us again. Like, what the fuck?
Listen, you don't have to understand minor law experience. That is aggravated. Because
Mm-hmm.
if he had hit you, then be manslaughter. Now,
Mm-hmm.
the only reason, like I said, my father was a judge, but just so happens that Aaron Wine that husband and wife that similar to situation happened to them, but it was husband doing. So they after work, I guess they had a spout or whatever, ran her ass over.
Oh,
7.
ouch.
We didn't even put a like anything in. We didn't get no papers. There was no police report or nothing. We told him this man tried to run us over. He got upset at my brother, and I don't even remember what happened. I think we just walked away and we just continued going to the store like we were supposed to. Like this
That's
Right,
happened when we were
I could have
kids.
sued. I could have
Right.
sued the state and everything.
I mean, but at that age, we probably just we didn't know any of that
Yeah,
shit.
we didn't know that. We was
Just
just
like,
like,
oh shit,
let's
that was
go to the
crazy.
store to get this candy we was gonna go get. Like,
Mm.
See, that's where the part where it takes a village. Community that doesn't all things about legal. That what it's they as they wouldn't have been doing that around there no more.
Probably, but I mean, this was like you and I used to just walk together all the time, like even at night.
yeah, this was probably
Like
about
it's
we
not
was
a
in
bunch of
middle
crazy shit
school.
used to just happen
We
to
were
us.
in middle school age, so we weren't like in elementary. We was in middle school.
Yeah, but, I mean, it was just a thing for us to just say, "Hey, Nikki, you want to walk? Yeah, let's go walk."
Like, even when he almost ran us over, the way we reacted was we wasn't even reacting like it was something crazy. We was just like,
Yeah,
dang, he can't drive. We did. He
damn,
just
it's
did.
not crazy.
What's going on? Like, it was just we were so calm about the whole situation. It was crazy. And then when we went to go talk to police, he was acting like we were all belligerent and shit, which we weren't. Like, that shit's weird. Mm-mm.
Trying to explain to you what happened. If I come off as a little passionate, maybe give me a break.
Somebody was with us. It wasn't just us though. Who was with us?
Wait, hold on. Did everybody answer the alien?
No.
None of us.
Oh well, you know what?
Nobody.
Yeah,
I've
I
never
think
heard
we
an
all said
alien
there's
question.
no possible way to answer. Way to do
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
then okay, everybody agrees on no proper way to gatekeep and be part of the. I had an answer for it, but I only got.
Wait, what's the
So,
question?
okay, how can we effectively like culture?
It don't sound. It don't sound like it's possible at all. Because
It
the thing
is.
about
You know what?
it is.
I got an answer.
Okay.
Just don't give a fuck what they doing.
Then
Yeah,
that's
but-
not.
There's always
exactly.
that.
Like I said, we gotta be more involved
Control.
in what we got going on instead of trying to be they
Hey.
can see.
I would say
Yeah,
when
like
it comes
control the
to
things you can control, and if it don't, like old boy said, don't get overly emotional. You know what I'm saying? Control what you can control, and if stuff just slips through,
It
don't.
just falls through the cracks. Like
Yeah, unless it's like detrimental to your family or something or your house, keep it moving.
that's
Right,
definitely the least stressful way to handle things. Sure.
and then this one, if anybody in the chat still, how can non-black individuals support and preserve the respect of?
they tried to do that at your movie premiere.
Hey, they're not preserving it. They downright living. But that's and then touching on. We try to downplay the entertainment part. I lived in Africa. But
Chat said they do that by minding their damn business. The chat said that they could do that by minding their damn business.
when I was in Africa for the 6 weeks, one whole they chose to have a party, and it was nonstop. I'm talking about day in. I was tired and exhausted from looking at 2 days of just partying nonstop. Talk about hand drumming, dancing, all of that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like also have to know what it is. If they will work and then 1 week out the week, 1 week out the month, the party. Everybody understood that. That was what I'm saying. Everybody gets that out the way that week. After that, y'all harder. And thing is, we so look way to escape any type of work now that it's like the over opposite, overcome. Rather do the amount of work in the most amount.
Mm.
And then that's why a lot of people pray like us as that. But of course, country was built on our backs, but you as individuals, unattainable as the people. So that's why you have to try for that, just so that way people can't call you. You have to do things so that way you're not put in a light. That's why you have to work. Go ahead, Nikki.
Say the week of no working is something to look forward to, but a lot of times, like we don't get that. We just work every day hard as fuck to nothing because like what the way wages are and think how things are right now, like you gotta work hard as fuck. Like where's this? Who you about that?
You gotta work hard and everything. Central. I'll work together as a. That's why they knew that 1 week. All work hard. We all gotta get to our goals. That week we got time to ourselves. Now,
Let's see.
Go ahead.
That's Africa. Sounds like a lovely place, but in America, we have little to no time to even take a step back from the reality and the woes of life and just decompress. Like we don't, and I mean nobody's complaining, but
I was
is
I'm complaining.
I was about to say that's a brainwashing though, because at the end of the day, if you lost your job, you would have nothing but time.
Oh
You
shit, I
only
got
wrapped up in the rat race because you have to keep up with.
yeah, but see, like if you lost your job, say you lost your job and you ain't got no savings or nothing. Like if you had maybe a family member that'll allow you to stay home rent free and all this other stuff like that, you can pursue whatever you want to do, and then party every night if you want to. But like that's a luxury a lot of people can't afford. I mean, like it's
Okay,
it's
but are you saying it's a luxury you can't afford? But it's because you choose
don't
to
have
put your mind in that narrative. Because lost all the things that put you there up, saying you wouldn't be able because you okay. For example, like you want to maintain the house, car, all these other.
I want to be able to just wake up and exist. I don't want to.
You don't have to work to exist. Now you just got to make sure you go out back, learn how to hunt, will exist.
I know how to hunt. I do know.
So you don't need all the things.
you
Part
don't
of
want
the
to just
narrative.
No. I maintain the job because I'll admit that I'm just a stuffed person. Like
Exactly though, but you're then you change your narrative. You have to break out of that. You're comfortable with because you're saying okay, it's different from a different country. But
I
again,
was
the community comes together and then they make a bigger than just the things that they're gonna have. Because at the end of the day, they could have nothing. But
yeah.
the
I
thing
mean,
that's bigger is
Hmm.
but really, like a lot that kind of community does not really exist all over. Like and honestly, what I really want to do is just go and live off the grid in a cave behind a waterfall. Like I don't want to do this. Like, but I mean,
Mhm.
you can't just go do that. But yeah, I'm not complaining about it. But I mean, I think I would be okay if um if God forbid I lost my job. But I mean, having to keep up with stuff is just it's exhausting. Like, I mean, if I could like just take off a weekend, yeah, I would.
that's what I'm saying to you. Good that you don't want to miss out on. And I'm saying like you could find if you get electricity going or you make a water generator, all of those things you have to make those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can only do it with a belief in a higher power, bro.
So
That's the only
quit
way. That's the only way,
and
bro. I'm
just
trying to
go
tell
just
you.
up here and do it.
Like all this
don't
streaming,
do that.
all this
Don't do that
streaming,
job.
all this streaming stuff that we be doing, all this streaming stuff, every dream that you're trying to achieve, is not gonna happen without a belief in a higher power, bro.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm working on my dreams of beliefs like outside of work, but I mean, I don't like going to that mode.
I'm saying you can go to the cave and live behind a waterfall, but it's not gonna happen until you build your faith, bro, in whatever you believe in.
I
Oh,
mean,
well,
Say,
people
yeah.
use the
I'm
waterfall.
preaching to myself too. You know what I'm saying? I've been here for
Mm,
years. You know what I'm saying?
preach it.
Every famous person that I met, every successful person that I know is doing well, they have a strong belief in a higher power, bro.
Well, I mean, I do. I have a great belief. I mean, but that's really not my end goal. Like, I mean, my end goal is to like get my music off the ground and things like that. That's what I mean by I'm actively working on like things that I want to do outside of like having to go to work and things like that. Like,
Mm.
so maybe at some point I don't have to, but I know that takes time and a lot of believing.
Yeah, but
Don't quit your job prematurely like I did.
Hell no. I tell
Prematurely.
everybody that. Man, you quit your job just because she had me fucked up. That's not a reason to quit your job. Fuck out of
She
here.
had me.
Yeah, man. Until you get rid of that fear, man, whatever higher power you believe in, I'm pretty sure they're not an author of fear, bro. If you have music and stuff like that, it's a reason that you're still at a position that you're at because you have some type of fear, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Once you delete that, increase your faith and get rid of that fear, it's gonna take you to that next level. Cause I ain't know you do music, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's really not any fear of the outside thing. It's the fear of, I don't know, of it, of people not liking it. Like that's my only fear.
I tell you what, I have a fear of actually being successful. I think a lot of people have a fear of actually being successful.
I agree with you
Oh
on
my
that. I
God.
used to fear success a lot.
Oh no, I was just saying that sounds like a healthy fear because more than often people don't know what to do with it with success, especially if like coming from nothing and finally having virtually everything at their fingertips. It almost never ends well, and so yeah, seeing how it plays out like on TV and things like that, so having a healthy fear of like what may happen because of the success is kind of understandable.
I don't have a fear of success. I got a fear of failure.
Reason I
So,
say I have a
thing.
So I usually only do things that I feel like I know I can do it. So I don't really like take chances for real. But when it comes time to take a chance, I usually come up with a whole bunch of excuses so I ain't gotta do it. Because
Hmm.
if I
Yeah,
fail, if I don't do it, I can't really fail it.
yeah, and
Makes sense.
see,
never tried. You never.
Yep.
maybe every time different, right? But well, that's the same kind of fear I have. But like, a friend had to like literally, she had to beg me to go to this modeling casting. I didn't want to go. I was just like, man, huh?
You should have definitely done it.
Oh, no, I went.
Opportunity.
Yeah, 'cause I was just like, okay, man, fine, I'll go. And she was like, well, go get the clothes that I tell you you'll get. And so I went out and I bought the stuff to wear, and but it was fun. I had fun, and I got to meet new people, all kinds of shit. So I mean, it
Did you
was.
get the gig?
No, they were actually just trying to find as many models as they could for certain projects, like body types and things like that. But no, I didn't. But I'm gonna go back because they have a bunch of like boot camps and things for models, which is pretty cool. I hadn't been to like a model casting in like over 10 years, so I was like, okay, you know what, let me try it. But I feared that I wouldn't be able to even walk properly in front of these people, but I actually did it. So I think that day I ate the fear. So I do have fear of failure, but I mean it's when you're standing in the moment, it's a lot easier to get over the fear.
Hmm.
If that makes sense.
Mhm.
Gotta
It's
gotta
a
do it
little
sometime. RJ still up. But yeah, y'all. I actually have to wrap
Mhm.
this one in the morning. We didn't get through everything. I don't know, Nikki. You want to?
where
Is
we
what
at?
it is. Still on number 8. Still got.
Oh shoot, I'm finna go too though.
I was about to say we could wrap
All
it.
right. Well, we're gonna wrap it up. I thank everybody for coming out. We appreciate questions. Um, we may continue for questions. Schedules will be available. We'll be in. Um, Nikki, you want to give them your sign out? Oh, and then everybody, if you want to, if you want to give a shout out to how they can.
Okay, we can start with that.
All right. Just follow me, Baggy Singer 25 on Twitch, and follow me on there. I stream sometimes every day. So that's all it is.
Josh.
It's your boy Josh Funny ATL on all platforms. Just search my name on YouTube. You might have to search Josh Funny ATL Walmart prank. You know, I'm still finding this guy in Africa named Josh Too Funny. You know, I'm trying to get override his little, search logarithm. So yeah, just on all platforms, Josh Funny ATL. I just wanted to give the acronym of fear before we leave. Fear. Wait, where'd it go? Wait. False evidence appearing real. So just remember that. False evidence appearing real. That is the acronym of fear. And I'll holler at y'all. We'll see y'all again. Thank y'all for having me.
All right,
Of
thank you
course.
guys.
Thank you, Josh.
Yeah.
All right.
Ryan.
Oh, shit. Orion, you can just follow me on Instagram. Please don't look for me on Facebook because you will be blocked. Instagram is ryan.xy. That's RION.xy. Music dropping very, very soon. I'm gonna eat that fear and release one of maybe 55 of those songs. So
Make
be
sure you
looking
do it
out.
in that bedroom. That bedroom. Get
Ooh
somebody
wee.
with some oil on there. Might want to put black sheets. I do me some videos. Black sheets so that you don't have a lot of slush on your white sheets. Put
Oh,
some black
see?
sheets. Yeah, it's but
Can I
it
say
should be
something,
good.
Juice One? He just hit my soul, man. I'm sorry.
What
Man,
was it?
Miracle
I
ready for
hate
you?
I hate artists like him because most of the time they sitting on a pot of gold.
Yeah.
They be making all this damn music and won't release it. And you made music for people to hear it, bro. Your music might help somebody. So just go do it, man. Release whatever you can, man. And if you got something out right now, just link it in the chat. We'll listen to it. But don't be sitting on no pot of gold, man.
Yeah.
Don't do that, man.
And
I
if
promise.
if you don't want the pressure of like, oh, telling people to listen to your song, I could just play it during my stream.
And she be listening to Apex all day. We try and hear somebody else. I just play.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll
you
send
can
it to
take
you.
all of it.
I,
I
I, I
listen to
will.
my friend Akira too.
Oh yeah, Big Kira, King Kira.
But
Sorry.
y'all know who Apex is now, right?
Yeah.
Period.
That's
Okay.
for sure.
The
Somebody
job the
ain't
job
know.
was done.
Okay, Miracle, you want to give your
Yeah, so I just want to say good night to everyone. It's always a pleasure. I don't really be on social medias, but I have them. So if you look me up on Facebook, it's Lola Gunk. And if you look me up on Instagram, it's Black Market and it's spelled BLK_MRKT. But yeah, it's always a pleasure. I really appreciate talking to you guys, hearing everybody's perspective. And a great night. You guys all have a good Monday.
name? Happy July, everybody.
It is July
Thank
1st.
goodness, bro. I was tired of June. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
Yeah, it was a long
so
month for sure.
Of the wrong June.
Pride month is over. I'm going back to a
Jeez.
man.
Oh God, you going back to a man is crazy.
Oh.
Nikki, go ahead. Give your little sign out, Nikki.
Alrighty, thank y'all for sticking with your girl tonight. It was a very interesting topic. I appreciate all the guests who came out here, tonight. And it's your girl, Nikki Barks, aka Nikki Kurosaki, aka Nikki with the blicky.
Right, and this has been your host Juice, and I got a catchphrase myself, y'all. Catch the vibe, join the tribe. Don't just sip. Make sure you savor the flavor and squeeze the best out of life.
Hey,
Man, hey.
I'm ready, and I'm gonna bark at y'all later. Arf, arf.
So juicy,
Peace,
yeah.
everybody.
So juicy,
I'm
yeah.
not barking at y'all later. I just did a little outro there so I could cut this piece out and put it on YouTube. I'm still gonna stream.
Okay,
That's
I'm
the
stopping.
string.